Hi, welcome to the Stream of Chaos. We are Chaosium's official live play channel, and we're here playing Call of Cthulhu. Now, currently, we're burning through a campaign called A Cold Fire Within, which is pulp. We're in the center of the earth, and things are getting weirder and weirder and weirder. So, before we begin, let's meet our cast. Jackson, do you want to kick us off?
Do I? When I'm mid-gulping tea.
Timed it
Hey,
well.
I'm Jackson. I'm playing William Vanderven. When we last met, he was heroically, I think, wading through some thralls with his cane shotgun at the ready, rescuing his party members left, right, and center. So he's kind of the hero last session. I'm sorry if you missed it.
No, there were a few heroics last session, and you were definitely privy to them. I think you cane shotgunned several undead-looking things. Rachael.
Good time had by all.
Hi, my name is Rachael, and I play a character named Edie. Last time we saw me, I was not shooting scary monsters, but I was punching them. Not to much success because I'm now on 3 HP. So
You also,
see how that ends.
You do have a weapon. It's just massive and on 4 wwheels.
Oh yeah, no, I was running them over, wasn't I?
Yeah,
it's different.
practical.
And you were doing amazing at it.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm so glad we brought this car. I can't imagine this campaign without this
how
car.
could we?
Shut up.
We'd all be dead. We'd all be dead without it.
Jim's
Jim.
wrong. I think it was written for a car.
Yeah, exactly. James.
Yes, I am James, and I am playing José Castillo, the bodyguard of Mr. Vandervan. And unfortunately, I was not leaping around cane shotgunning people. I was trapped in a dream stare-off battle of wits and minds last session.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, there was this awful surgeon sort of torturing alien creature that was working his way through Nora, who is Daniel's character's sister. There we go. And just sort of like punishing her for something. So Daniel.
Yes, I'm Daniel. I'm playing Detective Nick DeMartino. And last time we rescued my sister only to have some unusual occurrences and her not to be all the same person she was when I last left her.
Yeah. So when we had our last session, the 4 of you had assaulted, I think is the best term, a coliseum in this strange sort of ruined city in this distant subterranean world. You found that there were locals inside observing a practice almost as if it was a sport or something similar. And the practice mentioned was Nora, Nick's sister, who was in the center and was being removed of body parts one by one, and they were being attached to the gentleman doing the procedure, sort of placing them on his hands and things. You tore in with a car, running over several people and just the one flesh wall. You knocked out some undead-looking things, rescued Nora, and tore back away. There was some more subtlety to that, but those are the broad strokes. Once away and having a chance to speak to Nora, she told you that the other woman who you had rescued, taken with you, a woman called Natalie, was not only clairvoyant, but also tightly tied to Ash. And Nora believed that she might be compromised. She spoke against Natalie, urged you to bind her, to gag her, and to restrict her from speaking, and stated her own case. Ash has gone mad in this subterranean world and is sort of torturing people, riding on power, and doing horrible things. In a bid to secure Nick's trust, she gazed into his eyes at the end of the last session and urged her her conscience forward past his eyes and into his own mind. So where we pick up, Nick, your vision begins to swell, I suppose. It sort of bulges outwards as if looking through a fisheye lens and waters, as if you've been staring into the sun. You find yourself on the top of a flat building. It goes down in levels before you and surges, or no, it doesn't surge, sort of rolls down into the fog and the mist of the larger city in this region. Around you, there are tall-backed chairs, not dissimilar to the ones that you saw in the Colosseum that Nora was being tortured on, but these ones are occupied. There are other people sitting inside them. Human. You recognize some of them as people that were at the facility where you went to find Nora, but your memory is different. These are people that you now see as allies in a war. You're seeing this through Nora's memories, not your own. Ash is seated in the center. She has a presence about her. She's powerful. She always has been, ever since she rolled into your mind that one night as you were sleeping and began to whisper words into your ears. She's currently holding an audience of one. There is a gentleman kneeled on the floor before her who has bold, flabby face with a lack of beard, but this sort of like whimpering, pathetic mustache, slick with sweat, and as he dabs at his brow to push away water that is just pouring down his face, he fumbles words and seems nervous. He said something really recently. Your mind's just beginning to connect the pieces back together. You don't know what it was, but it was foul, perverse even. It was wrong. He mentioned beings or rituals or something that has no right to exist. He's asking permission of Ash for something, and by the looks of it, she's going to give it to him. He wants to go to a nearby temple, something of little significance to Ash, whose rule only really encompasses the city. He wants to do a ritual there, and he wants to go deeper into the earth. The words Yan Ho echo in your mind. Slowly, you begin to pull yourself back to the present as Ash laughs, and around her, the world begins to burn. As you snap back into it, it takes you a while to regather yourself. The rest of you saw this. It probably took a few minutes. You had a moment or two to act. Are any of you doing anything or saying anything? Natalie's there as well and gazing frantically back and forth.
Are they're just standing facing each other? They're not...
Yeah, they're just staring deeply into one another's eyes. Occasionally you can see a quiver of a lip from Nick, who's the more put off by this, but Nora seems confident.
I briefly consider quickly trying to talk to Natalie to get all the information I can while these two are otherwise occupied, but the thought is quickly banished from my mind.
They seem to be down there for a moment or two. If you wanted to take the opportunity, you could.
I don't think I don't feel it would be right.
Okay. All right. Nick, you begin to pull yourself back. Your lens shifts once more and you're looking through your own eyes, even though even that's a little alien for a moment, and you see your sister before you. She's staring at you earnestly and hoping that now you can see the threat that she sees.
Well, that was no. What was that?
That was what happened not long ago. That was what I've seen. Ash is promising people everything outside of her small region. If they get what they want, whatever they want, this'll all burn. And Ash doesn't have a problem with that. Look, this is me showing you, Nikki, the truth. That you need to trust me. You're right to trust me.
Who was she talking to? Do you know who that was?
I don't know his name. He was a whimpering sycophant. He worked for someone else who didn't enter the city. He pleaded, begged, he appealed to Ash's sense of superiority, her regalness, and she gave him what he wanted. I don't know his name. You now, back in your mind, though, would recognize this as Fontanelli. Now that you're able to sort of put the pieces together.
So, that would mean that Ash and August are working together. She's helping him to do something.
She gave them permission, at least. I don't know if there was a bond greater than that, but they were allowed to head to a
temple.
I suppose.
Where? Which one? What this?
I don't know, but Nick, that was a week ago or so. If they've gone there, they've been already. You have to understand, this is bigger than that. The longer Ash is in control, the more people she's going to hurt. The more promises she's going to make, and the more damage she will do. We don't have time for this. I've been missing...
controlling these people.
Who?
The people of the city. Why do they follow her?
They follow her because they don't know any better. They've been stuck down here for centuries. The mind boggles. They've abandoned hope, reason. They've given in to absence and nothing. Ash is a spark. Not a good one. She's fire. They just see her as something to do. So they'll follow her. And she's charismatic. She has a power. People follow her. I don't know how much is psychic and how much is just people that want friends and are willing to sacrifice for that.
I have a theory. Do the people down here, do they live forever?
As I understand, yes, I mean, that's why we're here. This is our heritage, but yes, they live forever. Their physical bodies are malleable. They can change them, they can adjust them, and they can fine-tune them. They don't need to eat. They don't need to sleep. And we can achieve that. Nick, there's a wealth of power here. We can't just abandon it either, but Ash's path is wrong. We can fix this. We can use these advancements, these medical tools. We can solve problems here and then take them above the surface. We can usher in a new and safer age. But we need to act, and soon.
You say they don't need food, but they need something, don't they?
Can we cycle back to them being immortal? Is that...
They're not immortal. The note, remember the note? They're taking people from above and bringing them down here, right? That's what we decided. They take other people and they put themselves into them. And according to this list of names we found, we might already be too late to save Brandon.
That would make sense.
That's what Fontanelli does. I don't know if that's what these people do. I think they might
mixed up in the whole mess, isn't he?
I don't know how much he has to do with these people, though.
I think Fontanelli's gone deeper. I think that Fontanelli is looking for something further towards the center of the earth, and I think that we need to follow.
You think there's more than this?
I think that's what Fontanelli seems to suggest, and
Fontanelli doesn't want this. That was the agreement he reached with Ash, that this belongs to Ash in some way, and that they could keep going and go deeper. I think, I think they've probably left already. The question is,
it doesn't matter if they're gone. Nick, you have to trust me here. If they're gone, you can't catch them. They're too fast. They have a week's head start. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, Ash hurt me. She hurt others. Does that not mean anything to you?
But you say the world was on fire because of what Fontanelli was doing.
It's what Ash let, and I mean, maybe so what if some of it burns? If we work here together, you're smart people. You figured out so much of this already, and you're asking questions that I would have never considered about immortality. You all of you can work with me. We could rebuild from whatever's left. The city, if we can take the city from Ash, it has amazing technologies and rituals within it. If we can understand those, we can move beyond this man. Whatever he was small. He served a master, and his master, I'm sure, served something else. If we kill Ash, We don't need to go any further. We can be the masters of ourselves, and we can rule from here, and we can save everyone eventually.
I don't know. I just don't know. I don't think I can let the rest of the world be destroyed and survive here. I don't know if that's the right thing to do, Nora.
She has like tears welling up in her eyes, and she bites at the bottom of her lip and then tugs her shirt tighter around her, and then she turns away for a moment or two, collecting herself. As this happens, Natalie darts her eyes across all of you, and settling on Jose once more, she frantically now like widens them again and just looks around. There's nothing direct being conveyed more than just, this is insane. I'm panicking. I don't know what to do. Do something.
I'm just going to motion a kind of calm, and I'll gesture with my eyes towards DeMartino in a kind of, he's got this, he's okay kind of gesture.
Okay. You have a moment. What are you guys doing? What are you saying?
I'd like to hear from Natalie. We should have as many, expert witnesses who have been here a while longer than us before we settle on any course of action. Surely.
This isn't up for debate. We're not abandoning the rest of the Earth, which I think is what we're actually discussing right now, to stay here in this foreign place that we know nothing about.
Nick, if you need to stay with your sister and help her, then you do that. But I think we need to follow Fontanelli, and we can, I see what's happening here, and I have fears for the safety of the world as well. But what happens, we can take care of this on our way out, frankly. I think that what Fontanelli is doing, it could be very serious. The deeper we've gone, the more terrible and strange things we've seen. If he is heading deeper, then maybe he's learnt more.
What, is he heading deeper with the people who were taken from up above?
I think so.
I don't know. I don't think we know.
Well, some of the people who were taken from up above, all the people who were taken from the Institute are here, are in at this level. Fontanelli and August took the people from New York deeper, I think.
Well,
the question is, can we leave this behind? Can't we just go up to the temple and, I don't know, put a bullet in our head and then keep going down?
Do we have time? We're already a week behind. I mean,
if we're already a week behind, what's another few hours?
We've been saying that for weeks now, and now we're probably more than a week behind. I think this is a waste of time. I think whatever is happening with Ash is one thing, but Fontanelli and Argus are why we came here.
More so than time, beyond anything, we put ourselves at risk if we do this. We put ourselves at risk of dying trying to foil Ash and never having the opportunity to stop Fontanelli. And beyond that, we also put ourselves, well, there's other questions to be asked. What if we have to go over there and there's a bunch of people like Natalie who are going to die to protect Ash? Are we going to throw ourselves through them?
Look,
I think whatever it is that Ash is doing, it can't be as bad as what you saw.
And at the end of the day, Nick, we don't have to abandon this for long. Ash's plan, from everything that we've heard, it's not going to resolve in the next few days. When I was on the stair trying to get Nora out of there, I stared into one of those things' eyes, and their lifespan is in millennia, millions of years even. Beyond that, whatever strange action, strange plot that Ash is trying to put together, well, we have time.
No, we don't. I think if we leave this, we're leaving it behind, which is fine. We are picking the lesser of two evils in a way. It's not
about what's right or what's evil. I think we came here to do a job, and Ash is not part of that. I don't think we need to go and bother her.
I just think if she's, you saw what was happening in that Coliseum, and at the farm. In some way, Ash is responsible for that.
That's a
And
good point.
by allowing her to continue existing, we have to be okay with the fact that that activity will continue. And I think I agree with you that whatever Fontanelli is planning is worse. Whatever August is planning. Sorry, Fontanelli is the chump. But whatever August is planning is worse. And that's and look, we got my sister out of there at least. That I can take that to heart.
From a business standpoint, the KPI of the Vanderven Detective Agency right now is the rescue of Brandon Sterling. So I think that should be our main focus, along with any other New Yorkers who have come down here.
I agree.
I think
I
our main
agree.
focus should be doing what's best for the most amount of people, but maybe that's just me.
Well,
We go down there. That they're ahead of us, right? They're ahead of us. We catch
No,
up to them, and then if we save those people, well, that's more manpower against to move against Ash.
Oh, I agree with you. I think ultimately, this is what's best for the most amount of people. We gotta go follow. We gotta go follow August. We gotta go follow Fontanelli.
There's something else to consider, Nick. What's going to happen to your sister now?
she either comes with us or she doesn't. I'm the one that's got the car, so.
Yeah, I turn to her. I go, and if we don't, we look. I can't let the world above burn to sit down here where it's nice and safe. I have to go. I have to follow August and stop him. Are you going to be okay with that, Nora?
Nick, it's not about being safe. It's about, I mean, you said it. It's about protecting people. And how many of them am I worth? Because I'm not going. You can come with me, or you can leave me here in the dirt again. But I'm going to that city, and I'm going to put a stop to this. I'm going to save the humans that are down here, the people that were talked away from their homes. And I'm going to be ready in case you fail and the world needs a second chance.
I can't stay with you, Nora. I'm sorry. I have to go with them. I have to go with the detective agency. We need to follow him. We need to stop him. I'm sorry, Nora. Look, please come with us. You can help us stop the bigger evil here. Trust me, Fontanelli and August, they're the ones who are behind all of this. They've got apocalyptic intentions.
The scale doesn't matter to me, Nick. I was locked in a small room for my whole life. That was my world, and she broke it. She took it from me. As far as I'm concerned, this already is apocalyptic. Now, give me a gun. I'll walk from here. And she's gonna, if anyone isn't gonna stop her, she's making for the car and intending to load up with some basic supplies and heading for the city herself.
Nora, please, you don't have anything to prove here. We can tell you're just as capable as any one of us. And it seems to me we stand a better chance of facing whatever threat is down here if we stick together. That was pretty charming.
I think it was very charming. What I will say, though, I think, Nick, this is going to come down to your role at the end of the day, but William can assist you, as can your allies. What are you going for, though? What's the objective?
Can I de-assist? Is that the thing?
You just take a dice away.
No, can I say like this? Because this just sounds like a personal beef between her and Ash that I don't think we should waste our time on.
Yeah.
And I think she should go and deal with it herself.
Okay, I think that's fair. Jose, doing a tie break?
Look, I wish I could, but I don't think I have a good call on the situation here. What I will say is that for someone with noble intentions, she was very keen to shoot another human in the face, not 20 minutes ago.
Oh yeah.
And you know, I think that what Ash is doing here is repugnant, that we have to stop it. I just think that it comes in line in a line of a course of several pieces of action that need to be done. But at the end of the day, I'm going to go with Vandervan.
So much loyalty.
What a team.
And you can't buy that.
Company loyalty.
So Nick,
Yeah.
do you want to make a roll? What are you
Do
trying to
you want
sway
me
your
to-
sister's mind, or are you willing to just let her leave?
Oh, I absolutely would. I would like to say, please don't do this. Come with me. You don't stand a chance against her alone. You're just gonna you're throwing your life away. I just got you out of there. Don't throw yourself back in, please. Come with us, and we can find a new home for you. We can find a new world for you.
All right. Can you
I
please
would
give me?
ask- Oh, I would like persuade, but if you feel it is something else.
Is your persuade 10%?
Nope, it is 54. Are you looking at my sheet or someone else's?
No, I'm looking at yours. It must just not have updated. All right, let's. Oh no, there it goes. I got it now. All right, yes. Yeah. Go for it. Make a persuade test. You can take one bonus die assisted by William. Oh wait, no, but then Edie, we think is probably de-assisting. So I think it's a straight roll, and it's going to be
Wait.
hard. So you'll need a success 2.
Yep.
I
All right, I'm rolling.
have so much power. It's wonderful.
All right, I rolled an 82.
Oh shit.
It's a lot of luck.
Fucking
Also
wolf.
nice. But you could push it. Your sister has been in and out of basically facilities and things where she has developed almost a defense mechanism to just roll over and do what she's told when demanded by people from, positions of superiority, I suppose, or officials. If you demand it, if you tell her that she's out of, her mind, that she's not acting rationally, and that she needs to turn around, you can push the roll. But I promise she will not take it well.
So when I give my speech, she does not react to it. She just continues.
That's right.
And then I in my best sort of mimicking voice of my father,
Oh,
I
sorry.
yell, Nora DeMartino, get your ass in that car right now, all right? I am not joking around anymore. You get your ass in that car. We are leaving
You have until the
We are
count
leaving.
of 3.
right now.
All right, go ahead and roll again.
Would
You're
you like
pushing
me
it.
to roll with Intimidate, which is 50 as well? So
Yeah,
makes a
I
little
think
bit of
let's swap it to
difference, but
Intimidate.
Yeah.
It's 4 points of difference, but I think it matters.
Sure hope it isn't a 4-point loss then.
Oh, if I roll a 53, I'm going to regret this.
Ooh!
I rolled a 10.
Oh.
It was.
Hard success too.
Which is a success 3 even.
Or
Isn't it?
just
5%?
yeah, no, that is
Extreme
exactly a
success.
success.
Bang
3.
on.
Extreme success.
Oh.
All right. Yeah.
Didn't see that coming, did
Well.
you?
God damn it.
You don't get to kill my sister.
Not yet, I don't. All right. She gets to the car and she's going for the back seat. She's going to just load up a rifle or something. And she pauses though with her hand on the latch to open the door, as if your stern voice breaks through whatever fear, whatever worry that she had, and rather than like anger, stirring her towards anger from being commanded, it reminds her, going back the other way, of like, you know, the family and when you were younger. And she's not thrilled, she's not happy, but she does stop, and she says, well, I suppose if you're going to deal with them, you always knew the right thing to do. You are a police officer. Fine, Nick. If you think this is right, I trust you. I'll come with you.
Thank you.
Okay.
I look around. There's a lot of people here now.
Yeah, there are. And Nesbit, who's been looking back and forth this whole
I
time,
forgot he was here.
just looks like you can see him holding the tongue, and he counts out the seats in the car, counts himself, points at the bear, and just tries to puzzle out how exactly everyone's going to fit. The answer is they probably won't. Especially not with Natalie.
Vandervan, I think we need to dump the bear. The car is already full as it is.
Well, first of all, preposterous. Secondly, we have a more immediate problem of trying to get down further to the center of the Earth and up again on limited fuel supplies. Now, it seems to me we found a city with quite significant buildings, which suggests advanced technology. That there must be a way we can find more fuel down here before we commit to a further journeying on.
But if
You
we're
know
worried
what,
about time, aren't we? Don't we have to just keep going?
We do, but if they're already a week ahead, we can close that gap since we have the car, but only as long as it has fuel in it.
But I would say maybe we don't save fuel for the trip back up.
Okay, well, hang on. The car runs on gasoline, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, what are the...
For
Unless
now.
they have gasoline down here.
Well, they have power sources. They have the
Yeah,
batteries.
they have the little battery things. Where are we going to put that in my combustion engine vehicle?
What do
Look,
I
if-
pay you for?
You put it in
If
the
anyone
cigarette
can make
lighter.
it work, Edie, you can.
There's also another, I'd
Give it a
almost say
look.
problem, but then don't, question and gesture towards Natalie.
Natalie looks back and forth. She seems actually slightly less panicked now. Nora as well, now that she's settled down a little bit, she will say, look, if you need to speak to her, just maybe send one person. Whoever's the weakest of you. She looks between all of you and then probably settles on William. Just in case she tries anything. And I presume you know your friend well enough that you'll know if his mind's been manipulated.
I feel like we'll notice.
So if there's a risk of something like that happening, I don't think you should go.
Well, no, it's fine if that's the expert opinion. You know, I can
Someone
lay on the charm pretty thick. Let's be clear.
Someone should go talk to her, at least. One of us.
I'd be happy to. What are we trying to find out here exactly?
I guess, would she know more about what we might find in the city's power sources, that kind of thing?
Or where
Mm.
Fontanelli and Argus went would be our big... That's now our priority. We've decided that.
We also, if we can, make sure that... Look, the last thing we need is for Ash to either start chasing us or start speeding up her plans in anticipation of our return.
Well, I can certainly see what Miss Natalie knows.
Are you sure you don't want me to go with you, sir?
No, it's fine. Perhaps a lighter touch is what's called for.
Does Nora know where the temple is?
I assume it's the temple that we went past on the way in, the one that had a recent sudden burst of destruction. That would make sense, right?
I assume that as well, but when you assume, you make an ass out of you.
She doesn't know. She knows there's a lot of temples around the area, but you're pretty confident it's that one. It's the one of most
Oh,
significance.
okay. I was gonna say, Nick, did you tell us about your vision?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Because it sounded like they were describing a pyramid. Wait, there's one right in the middle of the town.
Yeah, I assume that's where my vision took place.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
there.
but that's not what they are now.
Oh yeah, they referenced a temple being where Fontanelli and Argus wanted to go to a temple, and
there's only
Ash
one.
allowed them to go there, basically,
Right,
to
gotcha.
do what they were going to do, which we suspect is this one up here.
I wonder why we would say that.
Yeah,
Again,
exactly.
again,
can
that
say?
symbol also means this one and this one
And that one
this
as
Oh,
well.
one.
it does.
There's a bunch of them.
But it is mainly that one.
However, that is the
No.
closest one.
This one's the largest, though. Wait, Teb.
You measure it.
I think that this one is the one that's directly across from the plantation.
It is.
so
That's
I
the
think-
one you saw that was burnt.
And I look.
ruined.
I think after you talk to Natalie, we should just go. I think we may get to that point and discover that the only way deeper into the earth is without a car, and we could leave the car here.
Look, we brought the car this far. Vandervan, what about the little disc thing? Why don't we jam that in the car somewhere?
Cigarette
Well,
lighter.
Radio.
That's why I was hoping you'd be able to tell us. If
All
you
right. Well,
get it moving based
give
on
me-
that.
Okay. Give me the disc thing. I will check if I can do that
Fine.
on the condition that we leave the bear.
Leave the bear in the car? Okay.
leave the bear and
Leave
come
the
back
bear
for
here.
it on the
Come
way
back for it if we have all of our lives and limbs, sure. And cars.
I have to say, I am also in favor of leaving the bear.
Well, I can see the practicality, but
That's two
I
for
still
Chee.
reserve the right to take a bath at some point.
Yeah, well, no, the bathtub.
Good man.
By this point, we
It
must
is
have.
non-negotiable.
We probably just welded it to the car by now.
It's structural. If you take it off, the
Yeah.
car falls apart.
It's a
It's
load-bearing
holding-
bathtub.
Yeah, it's actually, yeah,
Um,
that's it.
Well, I mean, it is an extra seat if we do have trouble getting people to fit. Well, I mean,
And it provides like cover for a gunner on the top.
Again, there's a lot of benefit. We can fit one
We
extra
tried
person
that
up
yet.
there as well.
Why didn't we try that
Why haven't we tried
before,
that?
Vandervan? Okay,
That's
next time I
outrageous.
need to mow down some zombies, Vandervan.
Someone's
You
going
get
to
in
the
the
bathtub.
bathtub with your cane
it will be your next time.
contraption. Really?
we created like a
voice?
rotating shotgun turret.
All right.
You fill the
Uh,
bathtub with ammunition, and you're just sitting there going, "Oh, this is fantastic."
Just swimming in ammo.
So,
Alright.
Edie, you're going to take a look at the car and possibly fitting it to take batteries. You're going to get the first electric vehicle several
Oh.
tens of years in advance. Well done.
uh,
William, you're going to go speak with Natalie. Do you bring your cane with you?
She knows it's a gun, doesn't she? Does she?
Nora does. Natalie wouldn't necessarily.
I'm bringing my
just
cane
don't
with me.
Hold
yes.
it like a gun.
Yeah.
She won't
Okay.
know it's a
It's
gun.
a cane.
All right.
It's a cane.
Mhm.
I'm
I'm not worried about her knowing it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. All right. Hey,
Do
you
you know
it's
it's a gun?
All right. William's gonna
Or
go
me.
step over.
Yeah,
and-
you, the one who's about to get mind controlled by this.
Oh, yeah.
No,
careful,
no.
you know.
He's keeping the cane. we're rolling.
He already said it now.
Yeah.
Like he's looking up at the camera.
All right.
Don't
William
worry,
heads
there's,
over to
there's
speak
no
with
way
Natalie.
the mind reader will figure out that it's a gun.
It adds a certain flair to my appearance.
Yeah.
Vanderman, just don't think about the fact that the cane is a gun.
God, now that's all I can think about.
All right. So William's going over to speak with Natalie. Edie heads to the front of the car, raises the bonnet, and begins to fiddle with engine bits. She's got a wrench that she's hitting things
Oh,
with,
shit.
car stuff.
Yeah.
Jose and Nick, as you look over, you see Nesbit has sort of waddled up to Nora and is prodding her on the shoulder and then holding up his hand to like between his nose. So when she looks at it, and then he's trying to stare at her and meet her eyes, and he's like mouthing or like trying to say something, but it's not really coming through. No one's
Looks
stopping
like
anything.
He's trying to communicate in the same way that the people here do, with some kind of psychic reading.
Well, hold on. Or is he? Nora, do you have any skill with those cutting implements? He got his tongue removed. He might want it back.
Yes, I have had intimate first-hand experience with them. I've had cause to use them in the past as well. Yes,
Could you
I could.
reattach his tongue.
Oh, if you have a device with you, yes, I could manage that.
One of us does, right?
I'll get the power
Uh,
source from Edie.
We definitely did have one.
Yeah, we
Yeah, but
took
you
it
only
with
have the
us.
one power source. Is the
Oh,
concern?
well, I don't have it. I think Van de Ven has it.
Van de Ven can
Alright, well-
pass it across. I'm not too worried about that.
Yeah,
I don't have the device.
Well,
That's
we
fine.
have the device, and between the four of us, we
We
have
have
the
the
device and the
car.
power
Yes,
source.
we have it.
Yeah. All right. Okay. With that, if nothing's been prevented, then in that case, yeah, Nesbitt's very happy, and he's going to, cheerfully like, get his tongue reattached, which is a bit of an awkward procedure because you have to get the
Yeah, I
thing in the
can
mouth and
imagine.
then the tongue
Yeah.
and. I'm just not going to think about it. I don't think. And the next thing that he's going to say is he still wants to very much leave. He is going to eagerly promote the idea that Nora escorts him back to the surface. So leave that to Mull. Nora's not super into it, but that would be his proposal, so something to think about. Meanwhile, William, as you drawn just a few more steps away, Natalie is able to shift the sort of the impromptu gag. It takes a bit of untying because Jose had knotted it behind her neck, and she's able to get it off.
I didn't. Point of order. I did not gag.
Didn't you?
That was Nick.
I
Oh,
did.
sorry. Someone gagged her. Good catch, though, Jose. Thank you. I shouldn't have put that on you. The one that Nick did, well, in that case, it's slightly less well tied.
Hey.
As she gets it off, are you saying anything to her, or are you going to let her run the conversation?
I'll just say, yeah, Miss Nora doesn't quite trust you. I hope there's a good reason that we should.
Look, I don't know if you should trust me. I don't necessarily ask you to. I just want to talk. I want to give you the cards that you're playing with. Listen, you're getting there now. You're on a path. You've seen branch after branch after branch. You've opened several doors. You took the lift. You should have taken the stairs. There's been choices made. You're moving in the right direction now. Keep walking forward. Don't look back. You've made the right decision. The temple. There's a man with a mask. He's waiting for... No, this conversation's going too long. No, listen. Once you get there, it's a short window, though. Chance is fleeting, and he's already getting ready to move along. You need to go now.
Where do we go? Where do we go? Where do we
The
find
temple. I don't know.
temple?
It's ruined, and he's approaching. Now.
This is the man we're chasing. This
No,
is-
no, a mouse man. He can take you to those that have what you need to know. I think I'm not sure the information, but it's important.
Okay, can you point us which temple it is?
I don't know. I'm sorry. He's nearby, though. It's ruined. The one you were talking about earlier. It must be. Otherwise, you don't have the information of where to go. And I don't have anything more to say. That's all there is.
We'll have plenty of questions. I hope you stick around with us a little bit longer.
I need to go. I've already been taken further than I should have ever gone. I need to be back to Ash soon. Disaster is averted for now. Don't look back, though. Don't go to the city. Not you, not your friends, not Nora, no one else. We're walking now on a tightrope. It's razor thin, but we're okay. We're okay.
Well, whatever's best for you is fine for us.
Don't drive me. If you get closer, you'll be drawn again. You'll see things. You're heroes. You'll try and stop it. It's terrible, but it has to continue. For now. Listen, I can walk. I can run. These aren't my legs. And she holds them up, and you can see that they've actually been modified. They look like they're similar to those undead things. She hoiks up one of her trouser legs. She goes, "I'll be fast. You won't see me again unless you choose the wrong path. And then you might. Listen, things are clouding over. I'm talking too long. I have to go. Talk to your friends.
Fine.
Make sure they understand." And she's beginning to lope, running away.
We'll see you again. My card.
you throw it, and it sort of spins through the air and gets caught just in the back of her jacket, where she catches it with a hand and folds it, jamming it into her coat. And then she just yells, "No, we won't." And she begins to sprint away. So the rest of you just see, after a very short conversation, William turns around, looking possibly slightly confused, and Natalie is running as fast as she can back towards the city, which is several kilometers away.
Can I ask a practical question?
Yeah?
She left her rifle with us.
Yeah? Yeah, I think one of
Someone
you took it,
ought to
right?
pick that up.
Cheers, we want it.
Okay. So,
Oh, I have
sir,
40
did,
in my
did she
shotgun.
say anything interesting?
Well, interesting. That's, yeah, I guess by definition of interesting, I'd have to say so. She said we should go to the ruined temple and find a masked man who can take us where we need to go. She said we shouldn't go into the city.
Okay.
Yeah,
That seems like
I think we already decided that without her input. So
She was pretty convinced that she was dangerous to us. I guess Nora was right. She's hung around Ash too long, and maybe that makes her one of them.
well, she decided to leave of her own free will, so she did decide to leave, right? You didn't scare her off.
I don't think I could keep her here. She was itching to go back.
She's fast.
Yeah, they ain't her legs.
What do you mean they aren't her legs?
Well, they live forever down here, right? They can snip off bits of bodies at will. She
Oh.
showed me. They're
Well, it doesn't. She's
they're a
gone
champion sprinter's legs.
now. Oh, okay.
Well, it sounds like we're in a time limit then. Let's go. Let's get to that temple. Come on.
All right. Well, Edie, do you think you can get the car running
I can get the car running. The question
on the battery? I mean,
well, I haven't tried yet.
Yeah. Edie, do you want to give me a hard electrical repair test, just given the short time frame and the limited
love to.
limited tools?
you retrofitting a car to run on an alien technology? Yeah, I think hard makes makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, don't push it.
Maybe.
Oh, that's gonna be a 69 and also a
Hey.
fail.
All right. Look, any sort
I
of
could spend
pushing,
luck, but
Push it.
any
No,
sort of pushing
no.
would involve jamming the battery into like the CD
Me.
player and seeing
I'm
if that
already on
works.
3
We have a
HP.
CD player.
Yeah, but you don't have any CDs.
It's a car from the future.
It's okay. I'm inventing those after this adventure.
It's
don't
a
worry.
Got a
Record
record
player,
player,
right, in the
in the
center
middle
of
of the dashboard.
It's got really old. What is it? Hydraulics that make cars go like that? We've got like a crank operated one. It's like, hello, my baby. Hello, my lovely.
Before you depart, though, Nesbit, who's like tapping his leg as Nora finishes unwinding the device in his mouth, the tongue is reattached, and he turns to look at who's going like, running his tongue along his teeth and everything, and he stretches a few times, and he goes, oh, thank God, that's over. Hellish experience. Listen, you have to let me go, and Nora can come with me, and we'll go right back to the surface, and we won't bother you anymore. We thank you for your assistance. I don't want to be
Doctor,
here.
It's a
These
journey
people
of
are
several
awful.
days that-
Sorry?
It's a journey of several days to the surface. We don't have enough supplies to get up, even if we wanted to. You'd be going around in the dark, navigating cave-ins, and then once you get to the top, there's a gang of gun-toting, possessed maniacs. And if you manage to get past them, then you only have to climb down one of the most dangerous mountains in America before you find people.
So you should probably stay here until we leave.
Stay
With
with
the
you,
car.
or
We hope to leave. If
I-
we don't leave, then I guess you can just go on your own anyway.
I should stay here or at the plantation? or similar.
Whatever is safest, we can come pick you up, I guess.
Do you know the plantation well enough to get yourself food there, or stay there for a time?
I worked there for years. Yes.
Maybe it's best if Nora stays with Dr. Nesbitt at the plantation for a time, and we can collect them back on the way.
Nora
don't
says,
like it, but
I thought I was needed with you.
I agree. I don't think we should be losing extra pairs of hands.
Well, at the very least, Dr. Nesbitt, if you want to stay at the plantation, just remember what you can wait for us to come back and help you back out, or you can leave of your own accord if we don't return. Just remember what I'm saying. I want to be entirely clear. If you try to make that climb without preparations, you will die.
Intimidate.
Yeah, I get the
will.
vibe.
Yeah.
I get the vibe. If you be honest, are my chances any better with you?
We have a car.
You're going
And-
deeper. You're gonna fight with these things. And what you were talking about with Nora, that's the end of the world. Right? He was talking about a one-way trip. And he points at Nick.
Nick's a pessimist.
Does Nesbitt need to come with us? He can't.
Well, if he's not much good in a fight, then no.
I'm useless.
You're a doctor and not a fighter, and I can see that. So if there's a place up here you can stay safe, that's probably safer for everybody.
If this isn't a one-way trip, then we'll likely come back up the way we came. So chances are we'll see you again and we can help you out. I would say if you can go to that plantation, if you can wait there for, I don't know, they're a week ahead of us. They've probably got another week's journey. Call it a fortnight. Oh, well, it's a week back. You might have to stay there for a month before you know for certain whether we'll make it back or not. But
At the very least, you've got your freedom now.
Do they have food at that plantation?
Yeah, he said that he could find food if he needed.
Yeah, we harvested it.
My suggestion would be get as much food as you can carry, and then the two of you head back up.
my suggestion would be go back to the plantation, eat well, recover. You need time to heal. You've been worked to the bone. And once you've recovered somewhat, if we haven't returned, then maybe make that trip. But hopefully we'll come back, and then you can sit in the comfort of the back seat and be driven up.
I don't think you should stay in this place any longer than is entirely necessary.
Well, it's
There's
ultimately up to them.
there's a-
Nesbitt can either stay here or he can leave. It's not really for us to decide for him.
There's a river a few days up the road where we caught some fish as well, if you want to get as far away from the city as you can. That would be my
A
suggestion.
few abandoned houses too. You probably could hide out in.
Yeah.
I'd rather that than go back to the farm if I can help it. The fish, I've never fished before, but I imagine it isn't hard. I have several doctorates. Do you have a gun or some body armor that I could take with me?
I
Give Nesbitt
glance
the
at the rifle.
That is,
Yeah, we can give you the
We
genuinely,
might
that is
need
probably more a
that.
danger to him than anything else.
I think he's better off finding some sharp stick with which to fish.
He can begin
The
from
rifle
the bottom.
we might need for the center of the earth business.
Yeah, but if my sister's going with him,
Why am I going with him?
Look,
Doctor, you've survived down here for so long with oppressors. Without them, on your own, I think you stand an even better chance of survival than before we arrived. You're a capable man, and we all believe in you.
I appreciate your confidence and your warnings, Jose. I'll stay safe. I'll stay near this bridge here, and he points at the bridge that you found. I'll be there and waiting, or in one of the nearby houses. If I'm taken, I won't be taken. I won't be seen, and I'll be there in a fortnight, or maybe a little more. Nora, if you want to come with me, you're welcome. She would rather go with you, just given you sold the importance of this.
Yeah.
But she's a
kind soul.
Mm,
Maybe if Nora wants to stay here and keep an eye on any development
Oh,
with Ash,
She does
that
not
wouldn't be
want
such
to.
a bad thing.
If she's
that's a good line, though.
Yeah, but yeah.
I think that Ash has pulled her away from a safe place once before.
Exactly.
I think she should come with us, and Nesbit can lay low out here. He's not the worst that can happen to him is he starves to death, but we won't be that long.
What?
Yeah, let's do that then. Let's bring Nora with us.
Okay.
She'll be useful. She
Can
has.
we give Nesbit a rifle?
Oh no, I don't know. No reason. No reason.
No, I think we should keep. I wouldn't mind the rifle. I'm gonna take the rifle. I'm making this decision.
Have you
There's no
used one
point.
of those before?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't need to qualify that. Of course I have.
If you know how to use one, and
Yeah.
Is it an Earth rifle or a alien rifle?
It's an Earth one.
Oh,
I do
how
like
much-
Earth rifle. To me, I suddenly went what as opposed to like a fire rifle or a water rifle or a
Air rifle.
together the rifles.
Look, a
Sorry.
rifle is a rifle. It has a trigger and it has the other parts of the
And
gun.
how much ammo does it have?
How much ammo does it have, David?
Probably just the one clip.
Cool.
So
How much is
whatever
that? I
a
don't know anything
single
about rifles.
magazine of a
Here, I'll
modern
bring it up in the
military rifle
investigators. In the investigators
Cool.
guide.
What's a magazine?
clip.
GQ.
One of those is
I
wrong
liked
and
it.
you get
I
yelled
liked
at
it,
by
Jamie.
people if you say it. I can't remember which is which.
Sorry,
Clipper,
one of what?
Clipper magazine. One of them is
Oh, I
like
don't
not
know.
the right thing to say, and I can't remember which is which. Anyway, it's got one of the things with
I
the bullets in it.
feel like something the Avatar rifle disappeared on my desk.
Yeah, there we
The
are.
fire rifle. Nesbit, if you're basically he doesn't want to go towards the temple or anything, so he's gonna hoof it from here. He will head off. He's gonna stick to the sides of the road and avoid any encounters that he can. It's gonna be several days of walking, but he'll camp out and things. He thanks you all once again for your help. He was in a hellish situation, and although he's still a few fingers down, he does have his tongue back, his voice, and he happily natters away to himself, reciting sort of prose and snippets of books he studied long ago, as he begins to hoof it back up towards the river you crossed when you first entered Kenyan. Nora gets into the back seat, taking the spot that he held only recently, and when you're ready, you can get underway.
I'm so torn. I want to give him a gun so badly, but I can't bring myself to forsake my duty to Mr. Vandervan by making myself unable to protect him.
I think we need the gun more than he does. Let's be honest here.
He's fine. He's probably gonna. He's a small man, right? He can just hide from things.
Yeah, he's definitely small
Hopefully.
now. He's skin and bones. Und little else.
Yeah.
All right,
Good luck to him.
that's the one. Okay.
Good luck, buddy.
Yeah.
Catch you later.
See you, guy.
I could give him the rifle. Still could. But
No.
if I wanted to give it to my sister, if my sister was staying, but if not,
Nope, I'm taking the rifle.
I have no need to.
made that decision for
Well,
myself.
Almost
Yeah,
like
that
you-
decision's been made by the group for the group.
Nick, it's almost like you care about your sister more than this strange man you just met.
Yeah. Who would have guessed?
Funny.
More than this rifle that is mine.
Maybe a little bit. Well, she's coming with us. It's fine. Wherever she
Oh.
goes, that rifle goes, and vice versa.
So we still have the problem of the fuel. If we can't get the car running on battery power,
You-
then
you
we're
have
in a
enough for the
spot of
moment.
bother.
And if Edie actually got like an evening to look at it, or a night, rather than just a few random hours, she might have more luck.
I think that's worth it. I think it's worth spending the time if it makes us exponentially faster than our quarry.
Well, I would be happy to do it, but I'm currently sitting on 3 HP, so I wouldn't mind resting.
Why don't we head to the
did a-
temple and then we decide what we're going to do from there? The masked man might give us time to rest, might give us a time frame. For all we know, we can't even bring the car.
Yeah, that is a good point.
Outrageous.
I agree.
The
Let's go to
presumption
temple
of it.
before we make any
Is it
moves.
evening?
No.
Oh, no, it's
no.
been. It was evening.
Timeth
There
does not
Slept,
move
didn't we?
There is no evening.
Oh, fuck
is
me,
no
no,
morn.
Did
I
we rest?
was trying to recall if I think you were because you
We
went
had
to
a
the
rest.
Colosseum.
Yeah, we
early
had a rest in the middle
morning.
of the thing, and we went to the Colosseum. Like, all we've done today is the Colosseum.
That, but
Well,
I
the
think
rest
you
of the
then
drive to the
drove quite a
Colosseum
ways
and-
to and from. I imagine
I
it's like
feel like-
afternoon your time.
Yeah. I think we
Should
can make
we-
it. I think we can make it to the temple before nightfall.
You could, but
Right,
then you
okay.
would be there. You'd be pretty
Let's do
tired when
that.
you arrived.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
There's no
but
such thing as nightfall down here, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
we can
how
just...
does they?
Well, you'll just be
Time
tired.
zone-wise,
If you push on
in-
through the night, you'll begin to get exhausted.
Because interestingly, time
Good
zones
night.
as well as working across actually work down in segments.
Just
So you
like
can,
police jurisdiction.
Yeah, it works down. We're still technically in New York.
Aren't you
Say
like a
those
New York
words.
City
What
cop,
are, what,
though?
what are people talking about? There's so much parking.
Uh, yeah, so all right, let's pile into the car.
Okay. All right.
Wait, what? Are we getting in the car? I thought the temple was right around the corner. Oh, I don't care.
Oh, we're
Let's get in
driving to the
car.
temple.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Right,
like you
cool.
need to.
Can
you
we
need to
dump the
drive it.
bear, by the way?
Yes, we can. Absolutely.
No, well, no, we
DeMartino
we
is-
don't have any more passengers anymore to carry. There's
Let's-
only 5 of us.
I immediately
five
start
people.
dragging the bear.
It's
out
a
of the
five.
car.
It's a 5-seater.
There are
I-
5 people
Come
here.
on.
We can have a vote on whether this bear goes. All right. All
Stop
in
me,
favor of getting rid of the bear, raise your hand.
I thought we
I
had
look at
to.
Nora.
I raise my hand and the rifle.
Just
I have the
Nora.
rifle in my hand.
I thought we were getting rid of the bear because
look
we
at
had
me, look at me,
Nesbit
Nora.
and Natalie.
raise your hand.
No, you're remembering incorrectly, Vandervan. We're getting rid of the bear because you agreed the other day that the bear was the 6th employee. And
You don't have to pay it wages.
yeah.
Who's the 5th employee?
Oh wait, no, so 5th.
Oh,
Sorry.
that reminds me, Nora. Can I just get your address? So your number on
Brilliant.
this form here. We'll get that.
Insurance information.
Your
I'll pay that.
TFN? That doesn't wait, it's Australian. Never mind.
All right. I mean, look, it's Vandervan's mission. It's Vandervan's car. It's Vandervan's bear.
I guess it is his car.
If you want to start
Whatever.
hauling shit out,
There's
otherwise.
room for the bear now. The bear stays.
All right. For the time being, the bear remains.
Meeting adjourned.
All I'm saying is if we got rid of the bear, we would use less fuel. The car would be lighter. We've already agreed we can't get rid of the bathtub, otherwise, a like invisible mob will kill us. That in game doesn't make any sense. But
It's because every time you try to, you get an electric shock.
yeah, there's just like a voice in the back of my head that's like, no, that would be a
Every
bad
time you're
idea.
like,
Don't-
why,
don't
why
touch
do
it.
we have a bathroom?
I guess it must.
Because-
Bathtub is love. Bathtub
All right.
is
Listen,
joy.
I part of the ship, part of the crew.
Yeah. All right.
Whatever, get in the car.
Bathtub?
All right.
Or the
Everyone
bear.
hops
The
into the
bear.
car.
Oh, God.
And you begin to head towards the temple. So you're going to have to drive back into and across the road, past a couple of more ruined houses, and you begin to head around that plantation you saw not too long ago, and now take a different path, which leads up into some low foothills, which have these like very dark black trees around them at the base. And in the center, the highest point, there is a tall golden temple. Now, there are 2 like columns, I guess, at the front, but they're very squat, almost fat. And any statues that were once on them have been removed or destroyed. There's no rubble that's visible. It's more like they got up and walked away. At the center, where the entrance is, the bricks have been caved in. You can see there is a tiny gap at the highest point where a faint breeze blows across the rubble down to the ground towards you, and with it comes the sound of racked sobs or like groans of anguish. Sounds like there are people inside and they're likely in pain. The car hums silently to a stop.
It's
And as
the
you get
closest
outside,
temple
you can assess the area.
that
What's up?
we're at. It's this closest
It's
temple.
this
that
one
we're at.
here.
It's that one there.
Cool. I don't know where the rest of our pawns went. Only Jose's got his pawn.
I may have deleted them accidentally. I got a bit
Excuse me.
I got a bit
We can just put our
happy
whole
with.
cells on the map. There we go.
There you go.
Oof.
You can shrink it. I'll create some pawns. What are you guys
That'd be
up to?
fine. We
Alright,
find a
Nick, do you
a
wanna
hidden
sneak up
place
and
to
take a look?
rest. I think
Yeah.
we find a hidden place to rest first while keeping a watch.
Well,
We
if
don't-
people are in pain in there, we gotta help them.
Didn't you say that we were on a time limit too?
Well, yeah, but we also need to set some time aside for resting and recuperating and looking at this car.
I feel like we can rest later. Let's just go see what's going on.
All right.
Yeah, I can move pretty quietly. Me and
Yeah,
Jose,
why
do
don't you
wanna
go and have a
up?
look?
Me and Jose.
Yeah, you two go.
All right,
Gonna have a biscuit.
off we
Alright,
go.
Do you want me to roll, Deborah?
Well, what are you rolling for? There's no windows here. The people
Oh,
inside are.
Okay, this is not a roll then. I'm letting that go.
Yeah.
Oh, good, because I rolled a 97.
Ew. There's no windows along the outside. It's solid gold stone bricks stacked one after the other. The only visible entrance is this one. Although, given how it caved in, it looks like there might be another hole on the ceiling. Around it, there is crushed gravel, that same gold and some sort of like black basalt-looking rock. Occasional things that glitter, and some plants pushed through in different areas. It looks. Look, it isn't cultivated and maintained carefully, but it does look as if there's some care to the presentation. Behind it, the trees begin to build up, and then the foothills further below.
Well, Nick, why don't you give me a boost and I'll see if I can get onto the roof to see
I
if
was
there's
just
another
going to
entry.
suggest that. Yeah, why don't you go up under the roof and see if you can? Yeah.
All right,
Alright,
do you want to
give
make
me a
a
boost.
climb test with a bonus die, please?
That's what I was looking for.
Easy.
Woo, did we roll the sheet?
I rolled the sheet by accident. That's a pass.
I locked it. What'd you get, 54?
54. I'm all good.
There you go, I locked both of them. All right, nice. You begin to scramble up the outside. The stones have been worn smooth by time, but you're able to find purchase. And you get yourself to the highest point. You see that there is a gap in the section, wide enough that you could squeeze down. And the rubble on the other side means it would only be a short drop to the interior. It is black inside. It's hard to make anything out, but there is a flickering flame from deeper within that casts shadows within shadows across the floor. It looks as if a hunched figure is not too far from below you, and many more further inside. People trapped under rubble, but rather than screaming out in anguish, they're kind of just groaning as if like a constant ache more than sharp mortal pain.
I guess I kind of hesitate for a second. I lean back to Nick and say, there are people in there. I'm going to call out to them.
Whoa. They might be, if they're people, they're probably working with Fontanelli.
They sound like they're in pain.
I know. Yeah.
Look, if they start shooting, I'll climb back down.
Okay. I don't think we should let them know that we're here.
Well,
don't know.
What's the other option? Can you get up?
No, I don't know if I can climb up there.
Do I try and sneak in myself?
I don't know. Yeah, I guess call out to him. See.
Yeah, I'm gonna call out, and I'll lean down and hello and bellow in, try and get their attention.
You yell, and it's deadened almost instantly by the air inside, but it breaks through the crypt-like air, and there's no immediate response. There's another groan of anguish mirrored by others from further inside, and then after you repeat yourself, trying to draw attention, you see a scrambling of rock directly below you, and then as it's pushed away, there is a figure that was mostly buried by the rubble in whatever event caused this, and they're lying flat on their back, staring up at you. They seem to be Kenyani. You can see those same square lobes, slightly strange appearance, very close to human, but just a couple things off about it. And they're gazing up at you, their eyes staring into the distance, and they, seeing you say something in a language you don't follow. It's very slow, the way they talk, and it doesn't seem to have any like hard sounds. It's more just like soft pieces that are pushed together. So if they're too lazy to finish sentences. And it breaks about midway through talking and lets out this like 15 to 20 second long sighing groan.
Oh, God,
and then
that's
picks back
creepy.
up again.
Get Vandervan. He's able to talk to this thing. I pull out my gun and keep it trained on it.
Sees the gun, doesn't seem to acknowledge it too much, and says another couple of lazy words, and then another long groan, which is picked up and mirrored by one further within.
All right, whatever's down here seems to be Kenyani. Vandervan, can you speak to these things?
You're like yelling from the entrance of the temple, and José, you can see him
it's
on
like
the top.
It's like a past thing. He's yelling to me. I'm yelling to.
Why do I gotta speak to him?
You're the only one who can
You
speak it.
speak the Kenyani, man. You
Oh,
got that
I-
101 class.
I mean, I read it.
Nora
That's
hops
really
out.
pass fail.
Nora hops out as well, and she says, "Look, if they're Kenyani, any of you should be able to just speak to them. You just need eye contact and to be able to comprehend what they're showing to you."
Why do we want to talk to them? I thought the Kenyani were nothing but trouble here.
We'll see what they know about Argus and Fontanelli.
Don't we need to find someone? A man?
A masked man.
A masked man?
Jose, from your perspective, as you look back down, this guy looks pretty badly wounded. At first, you just seen the rubble, but where it's gone now, it's like broken his rib cage and probably crushed his legs beneath it. He is in, or should be in, considerable pain. Agony, really.
I think we should just go up and in.
All right, well, I'll go in then. I'll check if I can find a way. Toss me one of the torches.
Isn't there a small gap at the top where we could just like walk up to? Like the rubble that comes
You have to
down, we walk up
scramble,
the rubble.
dex check, but you could do it.
Yep.
Please exercise
We gotta
extreme
get in some
caution
way.
here. If they're injured, well, it could be they might be looking for different body parts to swap in, and I hope those parts won't be yours.
Maybe I should come along with my rifle.
Tell you what, Smith and Weston might have something to say about that.
Hell yeah.
They don't speak for us. They're not in my payroll.
Yeah, but they're
Are they
on
employees?
mine.
Who are they?
This has diminishing returns.
Smith!
Damn it, Dick! Have you got independent contractors I don't know about?
All right, I'm gonna have my lawyers, Luger and Colt, look into this.
I'm gonna start scrambling up towards the entrance.
Okay, can you give me a dex check? Is anyone else going with?
For the record, this definitely could not fit a car, right?
What? No.
Not with that attitude.
Sorry.
Look, if
I
you
wasn't
if
consulted.
you spent
no.
the time to, all right, I'll just say you could.
No, I just
not
wanted
easily.
to make sure that a car could not
Look.
currently fit through here.
What
Otherwise, I'm
I
driving
won't say a car could not. I will say a car should not.
A car could it
Should
with
not has not been a barrier previously.
The
Car
car
should
should
not
not
be
fit
here.
into the temple.
The car should not be 1500
Do not
miles
put the
below
car
ground.
in the temple.
What is it? Investigators spend too much time thinking about whether they could and not whether they should.
Should I roll my dex check?
Yes, please. Is anyone else
I've
going?
already
Edie
climbed
or
up.
William?
I- need one from me
I
too.
guess if my ego has been stoked to the point that I am, feel like I'm required
Mandatory.
up there, then I'm going to go up there.
All right. Can you give me a dex check as well, William?
I'd love
William,
to.
how many suits do you think you have left? Are we on? Because you got blood splattered very recently. Is this number?
I think
final?
this is the second. I think the penultimate.
Oh, okay. All right.
I think I'm wearing the penultimate.
Do we
suit.
get a look at the penultimate suit? Still pinstripes?
Of course, still pinstripe. This one is a very fashionable slate gray.
Ooh.
Oh, slate gray. That's
I like
Slate
to
gray.
imagine everyone else's clothes are
Filthy.
filthy. like the only one it doesn't, like Edie, I suspect, always is covered in
Well, no,
grease and
well, the
stuff
thing
on
is,
the overalls.
my overalls are also slate gray, but they were originally tan.
All right. William, a dex
dex check
check.
coming up.
Edie and Jose. Jose, you can just
I've
drop
already
down from
climbed
there.
up. Do you still want the desk check?
No,
from
no,
me?
you're fine. You can just crouch.
Rifles are like ranged, long ranged, right?
Yeah.
I might just have it ready in case anything goes down.
So you're staying
I
outside.
will-
Guard the car as well.
I will fail that dex check.
Okay.
Ooh.
You're still able to get up there, but you take a D4 plus 1 damage.
Oh Sorry.
as you get to the top and begin to clatter down the inside, slamming to the ground below. And Jose, as you're looking down at this guy who's mid-groaning sigh, he suddenly goes, as William slams into him on the ground, boot first going into the guy's shoulder. Nick, you succeeded?
Yeah, I did.
All right. Nick comes down
First
shortly
normal
after
success.
with a torch.
Oh wait, so Nick is here. Okay.
I'm
Jose,
so
you can-
sorry, sir.
He looks up at you, says something in a strange language. Do you want to please make a language Kenyani test?
Because it would amuse you. Yes, I will.
It will amuse me.
What is
How many
that?
people are
Six
around?
percent. What's that?
That's
Oh yeah, I should describe the inside.
How many people are around?
So once you get inside, it's this scene of basically like carnage. Several pillars that held up the roof have been broken but are still standing, but the entrance, the wall looks like it's broken down, and the floor, which was made of this black slate, has splintered into shards as if exploded from below and severed several dozen people, pinning through them in these long shards of stone and sending them to the ground. Many are dead, but far more are just badly wounded and are lying on the ground with like pieces of stone coming out of their legs and arms and things and writhing in pain. How'd you go, William?
It was very close to an 0-2.
Oh
but
no.
It's actually a 42.
All right, yeah. Unfortunately,
like 40 off.
the words
No,
are
no,
40
the,
points
the
between
zero.
friends.
The 0 is next to the 4 on the die.
Well, you should have
Bang.
rolled it better.
Yeah,
it's
I'm gonna sue the makers of tabletops.
it's just a
team, I think.
takeaway for next time.
Oh.
Roll better.
Don't say those words.
Yeah. Live on stream, guys. Live on stream.
It took
Alright.
my language just away from me.
Yeah, dear Tabletop Simulator.
You bastards.
First of all, how dare you?
First of all, how are you? Second of all, how dare you?
Well.
All right.
I imagine they're doing very well for themselves right now.
Oh, I imagine they're doing quite well for themselves.
It's 36 points of luck, right? Ooh.
Yeah, you're probably better than that.
Yeah. Ipsnay.
Yeah, you. I can't really imagine a way of pushing it. You've already slammed into this dude's shoulder. He's
Just
not
speak
thrilled.
louder.
look.
Speak louder and use more hands.
Excuse me.
I'm sorry, did you say something?
I can't
Oh my gosh.
understand you.
Looking
Happier
around
with
at these
your
people,
mouth
they
open.
are struggling to look at you even. The area is dark, and as you move the torch around, they're naturally drawn to it, but they can't focus. They're in too much pain, and they're unable to even attempt to begin that, like, connection that might allow them to speak telepathically.
Right.
You could try and help them with either first aid or medicine or something, or you could just begin to look around the area yourself, carefully stepping over blood and broken bone and stone.
Are they all Kenyani?
Yes.
And does the opening in the floor, like there's been a big opening in the floor, does that go
Um,
deeper into the earth?
Yes, it does. It's not clean enough for that. It's more like it was buckled upwards and now there's splinters coming out at different areas. It's still a floor. There's no giant hole. But as you look around, there are doors going to different areas. It may be that there's a passage further down in one of those.
Does anyone know first aid?
Yeah, I can help.
No.
All right, see what you can do
Use
for
it on
them. See if you
myself.
can help them for their pain or something at least.
I don't know. Do we really want these people back on their feet? They don't.
Well,
They don't seem like the fastest of friends.
if we can fix them up, we can start that mental communication that they do, and we can maybe get some answers out of what happened here and which direction Fontanelli and Argus went.
And they're injured, Van de Ven. Have some humanity.
You
They're
yell
not gonna
from the car.
turn
But
on us.
they're not
Van der
humans. They're
You
not
bastard!
humans.
Look, we don't know. Look, I gesture at all the doorways leading out. We don't know where Argus and Fontanelli went. They might know. We have to get that information out of them.
I just don't like them.
I'll say it.
Wow. Is
I
this
don't
where
like
this is
'em either.
going?
I'm just saying that.
You don't have
know,
to fix.
the-
You don't have to fix them up to be healthy. You could just.
I'll try and fix one up, but I'm wondering if it tries to look me in the eye, then I'll finish it off.
Just one, the most harmless looking one. We don't want to end up like Dr. Nesbitt. That's all I'm saying.
Absolutely. All right. Well, how about you and I deal with that, and the others can look for a passage further down.
All right.
I guess I'll leave the car.
Let's try to fix one up.
Oh yeah,
here.
you're still on that side, aren't you?
Do you want to
Yeah, I'm
give me
still,
a
like,
dex check,
with the
Edie,
car.
to scramble up?
Do I?
Yeah.
Give me half a second.
Is Nora coming in with us?
Ooh.
Nah, she can wait by the car.
Ooh.
Please don't kill me.
All right, hold that for a
Oh,
moment.
you do not have a lot of health, do you?
No.
Let's hold that there for a moment. Jose, are you going to be trying to heal someone?
Yeah.
Yeah, in
Alright.
a second, Edie.
Can you make your first aid test, please?
All right.
Let the record show I wanted to rest first.
Noted.
Oh, Vandervan was right.
A hard
Big arm
success.
too.
Okay. You're healing the guy that was at the front. He's been badly damaged. His legs are broken, probably irrevocably, but you're able to begin to like remove some of the spikes out, treat the area, and I guess you probably have some like human painkillers that you can try to give them to see if that will ease their suffering. And just as you're finishing bandaging him up, Edie comes rolling down the broken wall, just kicks him in the face
Oh
as
my
hard
gosh.
as she can, and he's gone.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Wait, what do
Dead.
you mean? What do you mean by? What do you mean gone?
Like dead.
Oh,
Having tumbled forward,
Like you-
Edie falls to a halt and slams into the ground, and the person you were working on is just gone. The others aren't paying
I'm
much
so
attention.
Wait, was that Jose that was trying to help?
It was the one you were
Yes.
working on.
Oh my god, I keep doing this. I'm sorry.
Alternatively,
running into
Edie,
things.
as you hit the ground, you could damage yourself if you'd
I
prefer.
don't want that.
You want that? Okay.
No.
It
See,
looks
now,
like it.
now
said
she
she
sees
didn't.
where I'm sitting.
She
Looks
said she
like-
didn't want that.
Wait, you don't want what? Which one do you want?
I don't want to get injured. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah. All right. Okay, now it's a choice. Okay, yeah. Yeah, he's gone, and a lot of the other ones are pretty far gone. You're low on supplies. If you want to try again, you're gonna be pushing the roll. Not pushing the roll. Sorry, basically exhausting your materials, Jose.
Oh my god, I gotta sit back and. Oh,
It's okay, Jose. Sometimes you lose them.
you do. Sometimes high velocity people come streaming in. Detective,
Yep.
I clocked this woman well in excess of 85 miles per hour
I'll make
several
sure-
times throughout the last several days. I really think she deserves a ticket.
I pull out my ticket. No, I write her a ticket. Give it to her.
Reckless endangerment of Kinyani life.
I like scrunch it up, just throw it over my shoulder.
All right.
You can come and collect it when we get back to the surface, DeMartino.
All right, I can exhaust our supplies, but I feel like we might need them down there.
Yeah, I think we need our supplies.
Let's try and find a passage.
I'm in pain.
Have a you have a look. I'm gonna start clearing out rocks. I think we're gonna need the car coming through here.
Well, sure, but we also need to rest, and we need to make sure we can get this car running on the renewable resources down here.
Of course, but I'm not gonna be much help with the renewable resources. I figure.
Well, you also need your rest.
Yeah,
I
it's
do.
true.
Have we seen no sign of this masked man we're looking for?
Not in here. Even with the torch clicked on, no one's wearing a mask that you can see.
There's no masks lying around, and there's someone who was wearing one?
No.
Hopefully not
Guy
the
just
dude that I
kicked.
just murdered with my feet.
How many exits are there to this central building?
From down here, probably 3. 1 further along the way you're heading, and then 2 going in the other direction.
I want to take a look around. Maybe we can find a back room that we can camp out in. It's at least somewhere where we don't have to listen to the cries of pain of these creatures while we sleep.
They're not crying out. It's more just like,
They're just groaning.
yeah, just kind of worse.
Yeah.
All right.
I
So
have to
Nick's
do something about
Nick's
that.
gonna head in a little further and see what he can see. William, Edie, Jose.
I'm here now. I may as well have a look around.
So joining Nick to go
Wouldn't
further
mind
in.
finding more.
Well,
Yeah, more of those
Otherwise,
battery
we're just gonna have to
things.
make a scramble to get back in here again.
Yeah. Look, I guess I want to look around for battery thingies, even if they're not here. If there's anything. Yeah.
All right. Jose. You're
While the others are actively working, I will start moving rocks.
okay. And William.
Can I take my time to try to communicate with one?
Yeah, I tell you what. Yeah, if you want to pick your way through, find one that's
Find them at
minimally
least-
injured.
Well, not minimally injured, like right in the edge. I want to find the weakest one that's still capable of communication.
Why
don't-
specifically?
Because
Why?
I don't want one to wake up and grab my brain.
That's a fair concern,
I
to be
guess.
honest. Can you make? All right. So, can I get Jose a strength test to move the rocks? Vanderven.
You might be good at moving those rocks. Edie, just a
I
heads
think
up.
you're probably medicine would be like gauging there, but that's like 1%, so it's unlikely to help. Let's see what skills you have. Vandervan, I think just make a intelligence test first, just to gauge which one might be the best to talk to. Edie and Nick, are you staying together or are you splitting up? No reason.
May as well stick together, DeMartino.
Oh, I was gonna say may as well split up, but okay,
Oh,
yeah.
right.
I'm gonna have we stick together.
Okay. I
Let's
don't
stick
need.
together.
I do. Actually, make a listen test.
Both of us.
All right.
It's all right. I'm pretty good at listening. He says,
I'm not the greatest at it.
forecasting the fact that he is going to fail this roll.
Yeah. All right.
I fail.
Okay. Well, let's go. So, Jose, how did you do?
Well, I'm going to give you a bit of luck, and that's going to be a extreme success.
Oh shit! All right, nice. Yeah. Yeah, you're beginning to chew through it. The rubble's fairly easy to move, and as you sift off the smaller pieces, you begin to just pull at large chunks of gold. And as they move away, more tumbles down, and you're beginning to clear a passage. You can now go back and forth freely without making a dex test, and with an extreme, you're making good progress towards car-sized. But it will take you a little while, so you're working on that. William?
Hard success.
Okay. You find a candidate. He's towards the back, and he's been pinned under a fallen rock. He's not too badly damaged, but he isn't able to move his arm, legs, or torso. And as you look over at him, his eyes attempt to lock with yours.
I don't like that.
Will you?
I will close my eyes
Okay.
and just verbally speak as best I can tell a greeting.
Okay.
And then maybe see if he knows English.
He does not know English.
It was worth a shot.
It was worth a shot. Unfortunately, he does not know English.
Yeah, does he react to the Kenyani?
I mean, he reacts to a few smattered things. Make a Kenyani test. Got the 6%, I suppose.
I got the 6%. I got to
It's
keep
got a
rolling it. That's
6%.
the only way to
It's
get
the
it
only
up.
way to- the only way to succeed is to roll.
And yeah, ooh, we're within range.
We're in range. I'm never gonna roll. Do I still tick the skill
No,
if I
you
spend
don't,
luck?
unfortunately, if you luck it.
Really?
You do if you
You
push it.
sure?
Yeah.
I
How did you
don't want
roll,
to push it. I want to.
Vandervan?
I mean, I'm within luck, so I want to. If I succeed, am I opening up a dialogue? What am I? What
I'd
am
say
I, what am I
I'd-
getting here? What am I
It's
getting
gonna
here
be
for my luck?
it's gonna be so cursory, the dialogue, because you just don't have the breadth of it. You'll be getting like single word, like
Tidbits.
yeah, you'll be getting snippets of it. You might get some intent. You might be able to gauge. Look, yes, you'll get information from it. It probably won't be. It's probably less than you'd expect to get through the mind meld or whatever, but You don't have to
Alright,
open yourself up.
You can have my 17 points.
Okay. All right. And lastly, Nick and Edie.
I got a hard success.
Edie?
I failed.
Okay. The two of you begin to head round looking through different rooms. Several of them are damaged, but eventually you find your way to a set of stairs that descends further down. You cautiously go down the first couple steps to like a midpoint landing, which is dark and horribly cold. And as you swing the light around into the lower level, you can see it is a room with a strange mural along the side, which has been damaged at points. Upstairs, William, you begin to sort of try and talk to this creature who struggles to get intent to you, but you get sort of bits and pieces, and it does seem to be treating your words as like, you can at least say like, yes, or like, you know, as in continue and stuff. It mentions...
doesn't mean me harm.
Yeah, it does not. It seems to be in pain, which it says to you kind of matter-of-factly, just as you get pain.
Wait, I just realized having 6 in a skill means if I give you like another 4 points luck, it means
you would get
an extreme success.
That is true.
May I?
Yeah, I don't see why not. Should we go straight to extreme?
Yeah.
Okay. I think there probably was a level, like, maybe not a connection, but a subconscious one, but you're on this guy's page a little bit, and you're able to get a bit more detail out of it. It just happens that the few pieces you picked up are kind of pertinent to this situation. First, it says pain and help, and you do a bit of like a yes. Anyway, what happened here? And after a moment, it says worship, ceremony, constant, and forever. And then it says black flames erupt or take over or consume. It says something that you'd probably translate as hell or beneath. Cellar, maybe? The basement? And then the timeline's hard to follow, but it mentions people coming through, like you. It seems to be fascinated by, or not fascinated, but seems to be interested in someone of your kind, in numbers. Several came through, but only a few returned. Descending. It mentions like creation or birth and monster. As this happens, downstairs, the light that you're shining across, you hear, Nick, a sort of a sucking sound. And then a squelch that seems to pick up matter on the ground, sort of like congeal it together, all auditorially. You can't see anything. And then it's met by another one that sort of pulls or like rips at air as if spewing moisture into it, and then begins to approach towards you. And as all this happens, from the entrance, José, you hear Nora call out. She says, there's someone here with others. He's got a mask. He's here. And we're going to leave that there as we take a short break, and we'll come back and see what the heck's happening in this temple.
Okay.
Lame.
Oh,
All right.
something's going on in this temple.
Yeah. All right. Cheers, guys. So we'll just take a quick 10-minute break, and then we'll be right back to finish this all off. See you soon. Hello. We are back, and things are worse than ever before.
Things are different. Are they
yeah.
worse?
Yes. You're about to be attacked by a monster. So we're going to go forward and resolve this in initiative order, just because 2 of you might die. So
what?
For my sake, it will be easier
Don't
to
forget,
coordinate.
I passed that listing check.
I know. That's why you're aware it's there before you get down into the basement.
Okay, cool. All right,
I wanted to rest.
Yeah.
Whatever,
I think
Vandervan.
that's
Whatever,
Vandervan's motto
Vandervan.
through this entire
Um,
this entire session has been Vandervan wanted to go to bed.
So for the bajillionth time, because I can't remember it,
Apologies.
who's got high dex again?
I do. I have a
right.
65, which is not high, but it is the highest.
It's
in
just
the
not
group.
low. All right, it's Nick, then
And Van. Then
A 60.
Then it's me and Jose at 50.
by that much pinky, it is a
A whole pinky. Let's be honest.
no.
a
It was
whole pinky.
it was that much.
Was it? I thought it was.
I
a
was
whole
described as still having a knuckle.
Pinky. Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, I thought you lost the whole thing.
I
To be
thought
honest,
it was the whole
you can
thing.
you can have that though. I'll give you one
Nub.
nub of your pinky. All right, Nick, you're going first. So you've heard this like squelching, sucking sound, and it's plural. There's multiple. And you're looking down. You can see across the way pieces of a large mural that seems to cover the wall. It has depictions that you can't make out, not at this distance. You need to get down closer and inspect it, but it looks like part of it has been damaged. What do you want to do?
Okay, so the squelching coming from downstairs. Are we on the stairs or at the top of the stairs?
You're
or...
on like there's like the door here, and then you
Oh.
go down to a little landing, and then it goes down further.
Yep, we're on
And
like that
then-
landing.
Yeah, you're on the landing, and then it goes out. Looks like it goes out here. Sorry, Vandervan. And then the mural or whatever is along there. And this thing in the darkness, which you can't quite make out, is somewhere.
Okay, I want to grab Edie and bail.
Okay, yeah. All right, Edie, you feel a head on your shoulder, and you hadn't quite made this thing out. Actually, I think you were beginning to hear it, but you was more like, I wonder what that is. When you
Yeah.
feel Nick grab your arm, and he begins to pull you
Whoa.
going back up the stairs. You don't get a chance to get a look at whatever that signal or symbol was. Nick, you are confident that thing is behind you. William,
Okay.
upstairs, you've been able to coax a bit out of this bloke. You are having a conversation. You've kind of got control. If you want to ask them questions, you might be able to get them across.
So what do I know? Worship ceremony constant.
Don't forget,
Forever.
Nora has also shouted at you that there is a masked man outside.
Jose is probably the
that's-
close to hearing that one.
Okay, sorry,
Sure.
I didn't mean to interrupt the flow. I
It's all
just
good.
wanted to make sure Vandervan was aware of all the situation.
Yeah.
Let me. Have I heard what's going on in the cellar yet?
No, they're just a little bit further back. I think not just yet.
Okay. Well, a creation monster still alive?
It responds child or newborn.
Oh, a bad monster? Kill monster? Kill the
Um,
monster?
It says dangerous. And then it just says it seems to say that again for emphasis. And as you're hearing that, you're hearing Nick going like, "Guys!"
I think I've got everything I need.
Jose's here.
Allow
Williams.
me to ready my gain gun.
Okay.
Excellent.
Aim it to the
And
cellar.
Edie and Nick are coming around this corner, which leads back into a room sort of here, and then the door to the cellar is just there. A couple more pillars and shit.
Wait, so this door is
Yeah,
next
this.
to here?
Yes, that's right. And then so this goes.
Oh,
This goes around the corner, and that's the
Oh,
stairs.
what
going
have
down.
you done, Rachel?
I thought we didn't need it.
No, we don't. That's good.
Oh, okay.
I can always redraw it. So that goes out. This goes out into the real world, and Jose is currently clearing it. There are bodies scattered everywhere. So Nick and Edie have made their way up into this room with something behind them. Williams just finished up a conversation. Edie, it's you. You.
What's down there, DeMartino? What's going on?
Something bad, something squelchy, something big.
Okay. I'm just gonna head out.
Okay. All right. You're going to keep moving. The
Yes.
two of you, I'm going to say, with both your movements to get up to this area, then if you're not doing anything further, you're both just going to clear it to this spot. So you're both there together. Jose, you're up.
I draw my weapon. I throw myself into a firing stance. I walk over to this little column right here. like get down on one knee and aim my gun towards the door.
Oh yeah, all right. You'll have a bonus.
It's pretty
die.
cool.
It's freaking sweet.
In
all right,
fact,
you will
just
have a...
just for the sake of it, I'll probably do a little COD 4 action as we've established.
Get your knife out.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and the knife in the other hand. Yeah.
Right.
COD 6, sorry, I think.
You get a beeline on the door that Nick and Edie are both running through, and as you hear Nora call out, you can hear her saying, "What is that thing?" As behind Edie at the back, you're the first one to see it. Rolling up through the stairs and into the section is this puffy mass of flesh and sort of pieces of slime or disconnected tendrils and tissue. It seems to be coated entirely in what seems to be a translucent gel that sticks to the floor behind it as it sort of rolls and sucks its way forward. But you can see there are chunks of like hooves or something that are coming out at different angles, or calloused nails that grip at the walls and pull themselves forward. And as it gets close to Edie, you can see a slit sort of along it. Oop, almost knocked over my drink. Which widens open, trails of like spit or saliva stretching between it, and then a large tongue which out and
God.
is going to go to attack. But that is its turn. It is moving and engaged with you, and it's not super fast, but it is there. So you're aware of it. So it's just going to do its turn to get there.
Would you like us to make a cheeky little sanity check?
Yeah, I would. You're the first one to see it, so you can kick us off, James.
Oh, fantastic. All right.
I like
let's
that
see
Edie and
this
I both haven't seen it. We're just like...
As far as I
grand,
know, yes, not yet.
belching horror filled with hooves and bits. My breath catches in my throat.
I
and
do not see.
Steel myself and keep aiming. I passed.
All right, you take a D3.
All right.
Ooh, this thing is scary.
Oh no!
Is it the description of the legs remind me of the space cats from Jupiter? Is it all related to...
No. The legs of the space cats of Jupiter seem to sort of distort reality around them and be difficult to perceive if there was one or many. These are more like half-formed feet waggling in the air as they roll over and then get crushed, the bones breaking under the mass of the thing as another foot forms elsewhere.
I would
May I say delightful?
Yes, yeah,
it
you
would
may.
be remiss of me not to mention that the cats are actually from Saturn. So let's
Oh,
keep that up, guys.
Oh.
I didn't want people
Get
in the
your
comments to
law
be like,
correct.
well, actually, I think you'll
I
find.
think you'd find.
Wow,
All right,
bad.
Nick.
Do you even run a company?
You're up.
But...
Yeah. Do you know anything?
Jupiter space cat's really lovely.
Yeah, completely different. Really nice. The Jupiter space cat. Yep.
Nick, what are you doing?
Oh, it's me. Okay.
Yeah, boy.
Am I engaged with it?
No, it's in the room with you, but you are not engaged with it. You can shoot if you wish.
Oh, I would like to. Can I continue running away from it and also shoot it? Or
Yeah,
is it
you're not
now-
going to get very far, and it's going to be a little bit more difficult. But yeah, you can continue retreating backwards. Note that would be kind of leaving Edie with it, and so
Oh. Well, I was hoping that she would follow suit.
she probably will.
Yeah.
But who knows?
Actually, no. What I'll do is I'll stand my ground. I'll tell Edie to get behind me.
Okay,
Oh yeah. I have a gun still, so
you have a
And
rifle.
I would like to sink 3 shots into it in my
Alright.
signature style.
It is well bigger than you. This thing is massive, so you can take a. Hell, hang on. What's the
Jamie,
bonus die for build thing? Is it just the one if they're above you, Jim, or does it scale? Can you get 2?
No. If they are over a certain size, then you can hit.
You get a bonus die. All right, you absolutely have a bonus die then, and it's within your point blank. So you have 2 bonus die, reduced
Yep.
by 1 for fast shooting, except your talent kicks in, so you just have 2 bonus dies on each attack.
So I'm rolling 3 dice, basically.
For each attack.
So, yeah. All right, I'm going to roll the first one. So, Jamie, I stole your dice. I'm going to roll the first one. That will be... I cannot... That's a... This one, can I get a second to be on? That one says 10, which means 000, right?
If you hover
Officially.
yes, that's right.
It says 10, which means 002 is what I rolled, right?
Wait, sorry.
I get a second. to
Where are you? You're.
So that's a 12. No. That's a 1.
No, but 10 means that's
Oh, but the
a
10
1.
does.
But the
Yeah,
10
that's a 0 too. Yeah,
10
yeah,
means
that's
it's a 0.
That's a crit.
So that's a 002, which is a success.
Yep, so that's
3.
impaling
Extreme.
damage. So
Actually,
shit, that's
the 12 is a success 3 anyway.
yeah, no, that's a lot of
That's-
damn damage. So
That's a good start.
12 damage plus a d10. So go ahead and roll that.
Yep. I will roll this one here. So
Roll
12 damage plus 8, so 20 damage.
That's
Boom.
That's a lot of fucking damage.
And then I have 2 more shots.
yeah.
I would like to.
Hang on.
Dirty Harry this thing.
Oh my lord.
As you fire, it sinks into the spongy flesh, and you see it emerge out the other side, having done minimal damage.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah.
Unfortunately, its form is squishy and
Yeah.
it doesn't take the full effect.
Yeah.
I am sorry.
Yeah. No. Well, it was either going to be that.
Your
or it was gonna be
concern,
instead.
you did get a success 3, so I'll give you a bit of information. Your concern is basically restricted to firearms. The bullets are too small and aren't doing a lot on impact. Larger weapons, axes, impaling, dropping a roof on it, will all have full effect.
All right. I relay that information to the others.
We basically go, this isn't working.
I'm going to continue to fire though, because why not?
Yeah.
I got another 007.
Okay, yeah. So that's another... Jesus. All right, that's...
It's another 12 plus 8 again.
Yeah.
40 damage in a turn, not
It's another
bad.
20. I just want to hit.
in
I just want to
theory-
hit numbers now.
Yep. All right, roll once more.
That one is a 13, which is also a success 3.
Jesus, dude. This would have
Oh my god.
killed anything else. Even this thing,
I'm
which
aware.
is resistant to it, is taking shots. Also, sorry, I forgot to ask you. Can I get a sanity test, please, Nick?
Oh yeah, sorry man. Can I do the damage on this first, and then we'll do it?
I'll tell you what, it's going to minimum. I know. I have written down here what damage
Okay.
it does. So
Don't worry about
I've
it.
got
Don't worry about it. I will roll my sanity check,
Thank you.
in which I will get a 001.
Wow. You don't give a single shit.
Oh my
born
god.
for this.
Because
Like
you-
sea
born for this.
monstrosities.
you've
whatever,
already
man.
proven that you can
Have
shoot
you-
it.
have
I
you
don't.
seen
Yeah,
it?
I don't think you lose anything. I think you're like this
Yeah.
thing. This thing's going towards
this is
my
just a
sister and my
Tuesday night for me.
friends.
Let's do this.
Holy shit! All right,
Oh.
yeah, dude. You don't give a fuck.
I do not.
All right, William, you're up. You can
Um,
see this thing coming around the corner now. Can you give me your sanity test, please?
Oh, by all means.
Actually, sorry, I'll give you. The only thing is, you intentionally noted that you were squeezing your eyes shut for the conversation already proceeding. Now, otherworldly horror circumvents the mere need for eyes, and you hear it, you can smell it, you can taste it, and you can feel its presence in the air. That being said, if you want to continue to keep your eyes closed, it will reduce the sanity loss. You'll never have to see this thing, and you won't have to see it in your dreams.
That's not a bad idea.
You will struggle to shoot it, though, if your eyes are closed.
That's fine. I want more information from the Kenyani.
Okay, so you
Sorry,
just squeeze your eyes shut and keep looking forward. Can you do a sanity test with a bonus die, please?
I'd love to.
I have already shouted how ineffective shooting this thing is.
Yeah, so with that, let me do the sanity. Oh my, same roll twice, 89. Well, hey.
And that's above. All right. You are going
Yeah.
you are going to take a D10.
Excuse
Yeah,
you.
unless you would like to luck this.
89 down
Roll.
to 62, 27.
Roll the dice.
All right,
Roll
I'm gonna
the-
get I'm gonna get my.
We
madness
haven't had
stuff
any in
just
depth
in
insanity
case.
in this
8.
campaign yet.
8?
That's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah,
Isn't that
that's
an index?
that's an immediate. You go a little loopy. All right. Despite keeping your eyes shut, you hear this sucking sound that comes around. You hear 3 well-placed shots. The smell of gunpowder that singes the air, and then the cry from Nick as his deadly strikes prove ineffective. This thing comes around, and you hear it consume corpses as it lands atop them, moving them into its mass and continuing to surge forward. Can you please make an intelligence test for me?
Oh dear.
I guess I can.
How'd you go?
Let's have a look here. Now, I'd like to fail this, please. And I will not.
You succeed.
43. I
All right.
do.
Can you now roll a d10?
I can.
Uh,
Oh my god. Good gosh. This
Good-
is not going
Good
well.
gravy.
no. Does anyone have anything that isn't a gun?
We have a car.
That's a 2
Actually,
on
my-
the
That's a 2.
on the
Actually, might not
D10
be
there.
bad.
All right. Given we're
What
playing
does
with
a 2 get me?
Given we're playing with Pop Cthulhu, things are just a little bit different. So we have a different table that we roll on when you
Is that
trigger a
true?
bout of madness. So you have rolled 2. I might message you, Jackson,
Oh
you've
no!
Ooh.
and we'll let you kind of play it out.
Never
we'll
a good
come-
sign.
Look, listen, I was going to wait till my turn, but while you've got the table open, I forgot that Jose got eye-gazed and lost a bunch of sanity last session, and we didn't take Van der Van's advice and rest. I am also indefinitely insane.
Oh.
Oh, amazing.
All right. Can you also do the intelligence then, please?
Sure.
And see how you go.
I hope number 2 is like become a socialist.
What do you want me to message you on, Jackson? Discord work?
Yeah, let's go Discord.
I have also passed the intelligence test.
Okay. Can you roll
Oh,
Can you roll a
God.
d10?
Because I feel like we'd notice immediately.
Oh, that
Van
there.
der
Oh yeah, if it became a socialist.
Van der Van starts like talking about workers' rights and
Yeah. Something's
Now I've
afoot.
gotten a 9, David.
All right. Let's see. I'm figuring out how to message you. I can't. All right.
solidarity.
9. You know what? I'm changing. I'm just gonna tell you because I can't figure out.
I don't
phones,
think
they're
we're
hard.
friends on Discord. I'm
No,
sorry,
we aren't.
Dave.
I was gonna have to do a whole thing. It wasn't one of the other. All right. Van der
That's
Van.
outrageous.
For 1d10
I'm just
rounds, you pursue an irrational or ill-conceived plan. The plan must either benefit the enemy's situation or increase the danger for the hero and his or her allies. So you
Increase the-
balls to the wall for...
That's no different from normal Van der Van.
Yeah, that's just
I've
typical.
got it.
Uh,
You can't shoot it from the outside.
Van der Van, Van der Van, Van der Van.
You said it's got a big mouth, right?
yeah, it has a really big mouth.
You gotta take it apart from within.
Yeah.
We do have the hope that he rolls a 1 on the amount of turns
I'm
he
so
spends doing
excited.
this.
Jamie, can you give me a D100?
'21. Lucky 21.
Okay.
I just realized.
You have manifested botanophobia, a fear of
Oh.
plants. As the thing comes around the corner, there is a reek of mulch that comes with it, and it looks like a living mass, not of roots and things. And outside, you're aware that you're in this alien place, and those dark trees surround the exterior. But if you can roll a d10, that's how many rounds the bout is going to last for. So just roll and make note of that. As things rapidly get way, way worse. William, you do have your action though.
I dive into the creature's mouth.
All right.
Where I'll
You
be
run.
for the next 8 rounds.
Are you serious?
All right. Van der Van closes the distance and makes a leap. Can you give me a dodge test
Dodge
as you
or
go
jump?
forward? And I'm going to contest you with fighting brawl as it attempts to chomp and you attempt to dive past the teeth.
Dodge or jump, perhaps.
Which would you prefer?
Let me see which one I'm worse at. Dodge 30, jump 30.
What actions should I be taking for my insanity period, by the way, as now panicked by botany?
Yeah, I think the outside and this alien area is probably the bigger terror. This thing triggered it, and you're terrified of it, but nothing's caused you to lose your head. You know, you're concerned about things. You might be tying threads that
But
don't
I still
exist,
have
but
enough
you are
faculties to see, it is enemy. I'm not.
yeah,
just
yeah, exactly,
paralyzed
exactly.
with
You're
fear.
you're not fleeing. You haven't fainted. You have control apart from that manifesting. And that is consuming your mind. This fear of plants. This fear of things that, grow without consuming and that lives on the dead. Blah, 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 all that stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Good, because if I was frozen, I would have been frozen for 9 rounds.
Oof. All right, you are really big on, or really against botany for 9 rounds. Vandervan, how did you go?
Well, my dodge and my jump are both 30, and I rolled a 31. What is that? That's good for me, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 1 point if you want to spend it.
Well, no, I don't want to go into it.
Well, no,
Jackson
it's
doesn't
trying to
want
bite
Vandervan
you.
to go into
This
it.
isn't you getting in. This is you just. It has a massive
okay.
mouth. You're clearing the distance.
Okay.
You might want to get real good
So
on
I'm
this
going in regardless.
Well,
It's
you're
just
trying
about
to.
whether
It's
it
just, do
bites
you
me
want to
on the
get
way
chewed
in.
on the way down? Yeah.
I would
Yeah,
like
do
to
you
get
in there
chewed.
with all
Okay.
your
I have a
wins?
single point of luck
You
to
may.
get me in
It's
there.
it's contested though, right?
It is.
Well, it's a dodge, so
Yeah.
I'll take the success.
Yep.
Oh,
and
yeah.
with that, you are able to clear it. It doesn't have
Oh.
teeth, but it has sort of hooves that have pushed out of the top of its mouth or whatever and stomped down around you. And its large tongue wraps around your body. And as you clear into the mouth, you realize that it is helping you down as it pulls you in towards the center. And I'm very pleased to say that I have a skill here that reads, a victim trapped within, things happen. So it's like we planned it.
Oh my!
I tell you what.
God.
So, Nick, you fire a couple of shots, and then as you yell, this isn't doing anything, you see William clear past you. He goes, we have to kill it from within. I will note,
no.
William, you
don't.
do still have your shotgun in your hand. So,
Absolutely, but that was the plan all along.
of
I
course,
was
of
gonna
course, of
run
course.
a
So as soon as
car
I get-
into it.
As soon as I get in there, I'm just pumping and reloading and
All right.
pumping and reloading.
William is inside it. Nick and Edie are back here. Jose, oh no, sorry, Edie, you're up. Can you please make a sanity test?
Cool. It's behind me, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna keep running.
Okay.
I don't want to look at. I'm not looking behind me. Is what
All
I'm
right.
basically
In that
trying
case,
to do.
give me a power test first. This is just to see, because William already had his eyes closed. This is seeing if you can just, resist the urge to look behind you.
Yeah. Okay.
So go power test.
Success 1.
Okay. So you have a bonus die. So now go ahead and make your sanity test, please.
Yes, I don't have a actual bonus die though. Let's just steal one of Vanderven's. He doesn't need those anymore.
He never needs to know.
I will if I'm going to charm him.
Yeah.
Hello.
You won't need him. You won't need him if you're dead, buddy.
You sure have a long, flat tongue.
Okay,
That was
I
almost bad.
succeeded.
All right. You are going to lose a D3.
Okay, that's good. You can't go temporary insane off that.
I can't.
If you just highlight it and then hit R.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
holding it.
Oh, it's a wait. This is a D3. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay,
it?
2. Yeah, it's only got.
No,
Oh, wait,
that's
no,
a
it's
D6.
not.
No,
No,
sorry,
it's
that's
not.
fine. Just
So it's a-
halve it. It's only 1, yeah.
That's a 1.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Edie is remarkably unfazed. What do you want to do? You're going to keep running?
Fucking flesh monster who gives me. Okay. I can't shoot it because Vanderven is inside it now, so that ruins my plan. And I can't run over it because Vanderven is inside it now, which also ruins my other plan.
This is you're
I mean,
gonna be
in
you're gonna be
fairness,
surprised
Edie,
by my plan.
someone being in the way has never stopped you before.
Yeah, no, I'm aware of that. It's just he's financing everything.
You're in a underworld place that is built with gold. His finances mean less and less every minute.
Yeah, you haven't been chipping off any of this gold.
You know what? We don't need to kill this. Fuck this. Screw this. I'm gonna go to the car. Anyone that wants to come with me, can come with me.
Excuse
Why are we
me?
fighting this?
One of our
Wait, no,
one of our bandits
isn't there a masked dude? I'm gonna run out and see if I can find that guy.
All right.
help.
Edie
Yeah.
runs outside and begins to scramble up the exterior. So you're getting to the wall. As you go over it, you can see just outside the car, sort of parked here, little wheelies. That's the front. You can tell because it's got a
Yeah.
bonnet and headlights.
Yeah.
Is parked, and Nora is standing here looking out at what is 4 figures riding those gorilla rhino things. One of them at the head has a mask over their front, sort of made from wood, mismatched and skewed so that one eye is much lower, or one eye slit is much lower than the other, and it's been painted with sort of swirling tendril designs. Additionally, behind them, on the back of their mounts, there is strapped what looks like a smaller version of the thing you are fighting inside. Additionally, they are all carrying spears that at the point are made of like a golden blade, very similar to the sword that I think Vandervan saw in his vision. No, Nick saw in his vision, but on a spear. And as they come out, the one turns to you with the mask, having acknowledged Nora, and sees you, but doesn't say anything, is just staring towards you. That's your turn, but what are you planning to do?
I guess I would like to ask Nora for help or something, or if these people can help us.
Okay.
If she knows them or can communicate.
Nora has no idea who they are, to be clear, but she says, I can try and talk to them. What's happening in there?
There's some monster. I didn't get a good look at it. I'm sure you can probably hear it.
Yep.
Bang, bang, bang.
Vandervan has gone inside it. We need to get out of here. We need this person to help us. I don't know. We just need to leave, I guess.
She waves her hands in the air and then tries to speak in sort of halting Kenyani to this figure. I'll give her a roll. Ooh, yeah. It looks towards her, doesn't spit something, but says something back to her that she seems confused by. And then she looks to you and says, just get in the car. If they're here and the thing comes out, they'll have to deal with it anyway.
Okay, we need to tell the others. We need to get them out of here.
Okay, she yells, Nick, run! But that's her turn and yours. So we can come back to you at the top of the next one. Jose, you're up. Now, you did still aim for it, right?
Yes, but I'm not going to fire. I drop my weapons and I grab one of the huge chunks of gold next to me. I was just clearing out.
Yeah, you got
and I lift it above my head and hurl it.
Amazing. Make a
Can I
protest.
still use the aim? I'm still making a ranged attack.
I see no reason why not. Take a bonus die.
Excellent.
Are
right,
you willing
I'm
to
gonna
move a
make
little closer to it? I would say this distance you'd have to get to the doorway with Nick. Is that fine?
Sure, yep. I'm going to make a throw test.
All right, you have a bonus die. Ooh, Jim.
Ooh,
Jim.
I needed that bonus. No, I didn't. I didn't need a bonus die at all.
this is a great
Extreme
roll.
success.
All right. Shit, max damage on a
I
giant.
have, just for the record, I have throw.
Oh, wow. All right, awesome.
You're good at throwing stuff.
Yes.
Why have you been throwing more stuff?
You'll take this, plant.
That's misrepresented on my electronic sheet. I have 50 throw.
Hey, nice. All right, as you throw it, it's a giant gold brick. I reckon that's like a D8. So it hurtles through the air and it slams down onto a piece of the mass which recently swallowed Vandervan. It will take the full 8 damage, which is a reasonable hit. It is not hurt badly, but beginning to get there. And as it flattens it, it's like a sponge that was filled with water. It sort of like squishes down. You just see ooze flood down to the ground around it. And wrap around Nick's feet and yours.
Is this impaling? Do I do an extra D8? Or?
No, because it's not. I don't think a gold brick impales. I think it smacks.
Makes sense.
All right, Jose, that's your turn. So we go to the creature who acts on 20. Now, normally it needs to bring people into it to begin with, but because Vandervan has so kindly dove within,
it was a strategic decision.
You lose a D6 con.
Oh God,
con.
Yeah.
That does not sound like something that will
And
come
I'm going to
back
tell
after
you now,
sleep.
that's not coming back. Not easily. So as you're in there, you are beginning to be digested. Your skin burns in this acid and your muscles begin to waste away. Yep, permanently.
Permanently.
Oh, you do not have a lot of con either.
I was only on 45 to begin with. D6,
And
you
D6.
say?
A
Yeah.
D6.
All
On a
right,
6.
here we go.
Ooh, that's not bad, all things considered.
Is
Okay.
that still
It's-
enough to drop
it's-
my
it's-
HP by 1 though? I was on 45. How does HP work?
No, just does. Let me just read. Loses 1d6.
What's my
Nope.
HP?
No,
your
that's all it's doing.
HP your HP has dropped from 9 to 8.
9 to 8.
Yeah. Then there's the pulp modifications which give it a bonus. But yes, your HP will have dropped by 1.
Oh. It should have been
Sorry.
18, not 20.
No, because pulp rules are different to regular rules. So
Isn't pulp
your
rules just
full
double?
plus.
yeah, it's double.
Pulp rules are just double. So your
And regular
hit points
HP
have gone
is-
from because your hit
Oh,
points
okay.
are regularly your con plus your size, which for you would have been
Was
90 or 9.
100.
So double that would have been 80. So 100. No, yeah. So you would have had 20. Now
Okay,
it's gone
cool.
to 18.
Now it's gone to 19, right?
Well,
Now it's 99 by
So it's 90.
by 10.
yeah, 99 by 10.
Drop
which
it
gets
to
rounded
19
down
for
to
the time
99.
being. We can clean it up later.
Well, it'd be 18 then. Yeah.
It's 18. Yeah.
All right. It's then going to use its that tongue, which forms of splits into two and attacks both Nick and Jose.
Yep.
So can you both choose to either dodge or riposte? Let me know what you're doing.
Do I get any bonus dice?
For dodging,
Yep.
no.
What if I ask real nicely, please?
Try it. No, really nicely.
You say it's going for me too?
All right, I'm rolling to
Alright,
attack
I'm
Daniel
rolling
first.
I'm rolling a dodge. All right, I have rolled.
I too will roll a dodge.
And this is for Jose.
Oh, I could have riposted with my gun.
Ooh.
Oops.
Only if you want to not win. No, you want to lose tiebreakers or whatever. All right,
Yeah.
Nick, how'd you go?
I got a hard success.
Okay, and Jose.
Regular success.
Okay, it got a regular success for both of you. So the tongue whips out past you. You're both able to dart out of the way, and as it sort of is sucked back in, retracted like it's on a spring, some of the saliva drops along you, and your hand feels numb where it went through. There's a sort of a paralyzing agent or something within it. But that is its turn, and it is unable to do anything further. So Nick, you're at the top.
All right. Can I back up and still fire?
Yep, you're moving slowly and you're going backwards. You take a few steps back, you feel your boot push into one of the corpses on the floor, and then you stop for a moment firing, and then you can continue your retreat later. So yeah, you can move to like here.
Yep.
Go ahead, you still have 2 bonus die. Now here's what I want to know. Are you concerned about hitting Van de Ven inside of the creature? You know that bullets go straight through, or pretty close to.
Ooh. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'll probably shoot for areas that
I'll
don't-
say
that
remove
I'm-
a bonus die then, as you have a penalty die, but we won't be hitting Van de Ven unless you fumble. Okay?
Okay. So, in that case, I have 0 bonus die.
No, point blank,
This is-
and its size. So you had 2, you're down to 1.
Okay, but okay. I don't lose a bonus die for moving.
No, you're not moving that far. You're fine.
All right. So I got 1 bonus die and I'll fire 3 times.
We've resolved your pushed roll, right? Oh yeah, it was the one that
Yes.
clipped.
Yeah.
Who did you shoot?
I can't remember, but it was clutch.
Oh no, you fell out of you fell out of the car
The car.
while being attacked by zombies in the Colosseum.
Okay, that's a 1. That's a 17.
Which I think is just.
Yeah, just not a crit.
You do deal
Um,
extra damage if you crit. It's not much,
Not-
but it is if you want
Tell
it.
you what, it's probably worth 3 points of luck.
Okay, all right. Noted.
So we'll do it.
So make your other
crit?
2 attacks.
Yep.
As this thing is just continuing to move forward, you can see bits of
just
Van der Ven
regular.
occasionally, or you can see where his arms are, because as he pushes out, pieces of its flesh bulge a little bit. And you're confident you can hear the workings of a shotgun inside. How'd you go?
That's a hard success.
Okay, so, yep, you don't need to roll damage. I have a number. It is
Yep.
low.
Yep.
Roll
And
once
that is, I will do another 2 points of luck for another critical success.
Okay.
God, you
it-
are just landing these crits.
it
and crits
is-
And crits.
That's
It
what
has-
I do.
just raw bullets moving through. You can see splattered against the wall it came down. There's these little dots of like flesh and slime and pus. It has gone through half of its health. You are making progress.
I was
Let's see
hoping
if it can
was more.
consume William in time. All right.
Speaking
William,
of whom?
it's your turn.
Let me make it
gosh.
eat some lead.
All right, let's see. Let's see if
Yeah.
I have any rules for it being.
Come on. Surely it's got no resistance if I'm inside of it.
Oh yeah, but also remember the
was-
wording behind that says.
I hate to mention
the plan will give you no benefit and only cause you. It is meant to
It
be a
definitely
bad plan.
heightened the risk, so I'm a huge fan. Go. What did you say, Jose? Or Jim?
I'm actually more concerned. We know that bullets go right through this thing. A shotgun shell's ripping out around us.
Straight towards Jose. All right.
I'd be aiming towards the head. I'd be aiming towards the brain and the skull from inside.
If there's brain in here, it's hard to find. Make a shotgun test. You have a penalty die, and it is hard. Penalty die for being constricted, hard for being you just need to make effect, but you may
But
actually
I can't
do damage.
possibly miss.
No, you can't, but you need to actually be able to work the thing, and you need to get it to fire in a way that's not
Can I
just
have
going to head out and flatten your friends.
Can I have a bonus die for point blank range?
Fine.
Can't argue with that.
Yeah. He's right.
Technically, yes.
He's got me by the book, you bastard. Yeah, so it's a flat roll. It's still hard because you don't have any stuff that can manipulate that.
All right, here it goes.
Ooh, god damn it,
Oh,
motherfucker.
did y'all see that?
No,
I'm
what did you
pissed.
roll, Van de Ven?
That landed on a zero. That landed on 100, and then rolled over to a 6.
You killed David.
Oh boy.
That was so close.
That's
how
good.
we
That is a
do
good
it.
outcome.
Yeah. What's
So,
your...
yeah. How about
Is that impaling?
06, that's the 10th.
All right. Roll.
All right.
Roll.
You
Roll.
sound
Roll.
so miserable about it.
Roll 4d6. I'm
Oh,
pissed.
Boy.
That's how we do it down at
Oh, well
Van de
done.
Ven Shipping Company.
46 is
Oh, that's not great. Oh, it's okay. 14.
14.
That's average.
It is so close to dead.
Excellent.
I think I knew the math right there. So the
my,
shotgun blast
my-
from inside.
My cane gun has
Just-
2 barrels. Just putting it out there. I got 2 shots. Do I not?
do you have another action? Like, can you take another shot?
You
or
can
do have
double.
to
You can
wait?
both barrels it.
I'm not doing anything else in here. I got nothing else going on in my life. I'm just pumping this thing full of lead.
Can you both barrels it? Can you just squeeze the
I
trigger and
don't
fire both at
remember.
once?
Technically,
What
what
have
you
we
should have
done?
done is you should have made the roll with disadvantage.
Oh, okay. Well,
I tried to
yeah,
make
no.
you roll with disadvantage. You didn't
I-
take it.
I'm
That's
gonna
what it
take
was
that.
too. That's what it was.
That's fine. I'm gonna take that shot.
I
That's
tell you what. Yeah, son of a bitch. Yeah, I think not the second shot, but you do have the barrel loaded for another round if it gets to it. This thing
Well, that'll
is
be fine.
from the outside. Jose, you see William dive in through it. You throw the brick, and when the brick lands, there's this explosion of fire and shrapnel as the shotgun blasts out through the face, the tongue getting splattered across the wall, and you see for a moment Van der Van's face in this manic grin before the flesh swallows back around it, and you can hear him reloading for another shot. Edie,
amazing.
you're
It's
up.
annoying how much this is working and how much this is going to make Van de Van insufferable.
Edie, what are you doing?
All right, so I hear the repeated gunfire.
The
I've
cackling
seen Nora
glee of
try-
Van der Van.
I've seen Nora try and speak to these approaching people, and it doesn't seem like they understand. When Jose was getting rid of the bricks, can I now drive through?
Yeah. No. You could try. Again, the car should not go in there, but it probably technically could now. He was in the process of clearing it. If you did it, it would be a drive auto test at this point.
All right. Well, I tell Nora to get in the car. This is the only thing. This is
Oh,
this is
Nora-
what we're gonna do.
Nora absolutely gets in the car.
Yeah. Okay.
Fuck
We
this.
get in the car. I am.
Out of here.
You know what? I'm just. You know what? No. We're gonna see if we can drive in so that
Oh,
everyone
God.
can get in.
This is gonna end with me getting hit. I'm like a fucking.
No.
idiot.
Because we need to talk to this guy. You know what? Because I'm thinking we need to get in so we can all escape, but there's no real point doing that.
You could flatten it with William inside.
I don't 100% want to do that. I don't like
I
Van
don't
Van, but I
100%
don't
not want to.
want to kill him.
My favorite thing is Jackson pleading with chat not to heal it.
What? No, don't look at chat. Nothing's happening in chat. Don't worry about it.
No appealing to the gods of chat.
Well, they were threatening to revive the monster.
Oh God, no!
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. See?
We will not survive that.
Are you not entertained by the man leaping into the moor? Would you take this from him? Holy shit.
I
Pretty-
didn't
All right,
see
Edie, you are
him.
in the vehicle and it's under your control. What do you want to do?
All right, let's just drive in.
All right, make a
Just
drive auto
drive
test.
in. I wouldn't mind seeing if I can clip it, but not slam straight into it. But we'll see how we go.
I mean, just getting in is probably going to be the first thing. Then you can clear it out. As you're going in, Nora's like, "Oh, we're going this way." Fuck.
we need to get them all out, and then I guess we need to talk to this guy. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We're just doing this right now.
All right, make a drive auto test.
I failed.
Okay.
You want me to just make a contest
Uh,
preemptively?
Do you want to push
I
it,
think-
Edie?
No, because this is to get in the place. Maybe I just
All
I
right.
don't know.
You get to it,
don't
it
have
begins
enough.
to like drive up the side, but it's moving around a bit. It's tough. You can try again on the next round, but if you don't want to push it, I guess we won't hit an ally this session. Seems
Is
a
it
bit
like,
shit.
I can take it.
No, I'm good.
It's more
is
Nick
the
that's
car
the
just
first
like
problem.
closer to where everyone else is now?
Yeah, you're like coming up the outskirts. If they run out, they can charge straight in.
Okay.
So yeah, you're in position for a quick getaway as needed.
Might do that, and then I think I might get out of the car and see if I can flag the people down.
Yeah.
Help us.
Okay, all right. We're going to Jose's turn, and just before we do, I need to flag that Vandervan, you have push your luck for a shotgun. If you miss with the shotgun, you have to push it. Okay?
And push it. I shall.
Push it real good.
Thank you, Art, who is also we missed it because it was at the very start of the screen, but Art has subscribed for 2 months.
Oh, dog.
on a
Thank you,
2-month
Art.
streak. I'm sorry I missed that at the start. But hey, that's pretty cool.
Well, there's a
Hey,
lot of
thanks.
art in the catacombs below of creepy murals, so...
Good on you. That works out very well.
Nailed it.
Normally Jackson does those.
I know.
I did my
and I
best.
was a bit stuck. Are there 12 pieces of art? 12, you could say? I don't know.
No, I don't think so. All right, Jose, what do you want to do?
I've thrown the gold brick.
Minute.
This time, I'm leaping towards it with my knife and carving out these great gashes through it and slashing at it. Now, do I know if the knife will work if I'm like slashing and hacking, or is this something
According to what Nick said, it should.
Okay, then I'm
Whether
going to go
you
for
trust
it.
me or not.
All right, I'm going to riposte you.
You don't have to.
Damn it. How'd you go?
Double. Oh, 100. Double. Oh,
It's
100.
going to try and snap down and bite you.
Okay,
I warn
got an
you,
extreme
if it
success.
wins, fine, whatever.
What were you saying about impaling damage and knives?
Something about
technically
warning?
doing it last time?
Pain damage. What's your max damage plus the
Well,
dice?
for your insolence, David, it will take a max damage plus my damage bonus plus an extra dice. It's going to take 9 damage.
Oh, I'm fucking furious. It's a ton of overkill. Oh, it was gonna digest William more. I hate you.
Flavor-wise, can I use my knife to cut through to William and
Yes,
grab him? And
like
be
pull
"We
him out.
did
He's
it."
got the gun still squeezing back. So I think William, you fire once more as you're dragged out. The thing just gets
Absolutely.
splattered. This goo that's on you is numbing and contagious. As William looks, no, as William looks up, his beautiful face is not damaged, but were he to remain for much longer, there is a good chance that the acid would have scarred him irrevocably. As you land on the ground, you look back and you can see Edie, the car is like mounted at the edge of it and is calling for you to exit.
But the most important thing, how do I look?
The suit is good.
The suit's good?
The suit's still
Really?
good. You were only there for one round. You took one
I still got a
damage.
suit in the tank.
The acid just dissolves some of the dirt on it. It's like bleach.
It's like a dry cleaning, yeah.
I will flag,
Brilliant.
how many rounds of crazy plans did you have, Jackson?
8. I think it was 8, yeah.
I'll just say, that one worked really well. You're kind of on a hot streak here. Maybe we just keep it going. Edie
That's fair.
calls at you from the top. What are you guys doing?
I said that they're coming. The masked men, they're coming. I think we may have killed something of theirs.
I lie down on the floor and breathe.
You just,
So
you're
the
down
thing's
there,
dead.
and as you exhale, just next to you, one of the Kenyani does a little groan as well, and their
Ah.
hand is just next to yours. Yeah.
God. There's someone out there?
People coming. I don't. Kenyani, I think. We tried to speak to them, but it
What-
didn't
One of the,
work.
one of the
Alright.
masked men? Is one of the masked?
He's masked.
All right, then.
Van
Well,
der
he's-
Ven,
He's here to help us.
I
I-
don't know.
I start reloading my gun.
All right. So you reload your gun, and you're heading out. William, what are you doing? And Jose?
Coming out as the party's ambassador, and
Okay. And Jose?
I do not come out. I
Okay.
am terrified of the outside. There are
Oh, yeah.
plants out there. I stay
Yeah.
stock still.
Plants.
Plans.
I'll search and I need to get downstairs. I dart down further where the thing came from to explore.
Alright.
Okay. All right. Jose is heading downstairs. Nick, you see him go. What are you doing?
I'll go with him. Make sure he doesn't get too much trouble.
All right. You both have to like carefully pick your way through the destroyed mass, and you make your way downstairs. Outside, the man on top of one of these like gorilla rhino creatures has his spear. He isn't leveling at anyone, and the gorilla is sort of paced, strafing sideways behind the car, and is sniffing at it cautiously. As Edie begins to reverse back down, one of the like reversing lights comes on for a moment, like, and steps back a little bit, confused, and the person just levels the spear in the general direction. They seem put off, they seem cautious, but they don't seem hostile. Not immediately. William, you get to the top. What are you guys doing? It is not speaking, or it is not initiating speech.
I guess another word for friend.
Yeah.
A gesture to the masked man. Friends.
You say
You and I.
you gesture towards it, say friends. It doesn't respond to that immediately, but it responds with monster, and it points to the creature on its back, and then sweeps the spear inside.
Oh. I flick the goo off my shoulders.
I don't. I think that may have been theirs.
It actually, other way, it seems kind of impressed by it, and he reaches up and it adjusts the mask a little bit. You can see that only one of the eye slits are misjudged, but there's an eye peering out from both. That same sort of pale grey, and it looks down at you. It comes forward and it says a rapid smattering of speech. Do you want to give me a Kenyani lore test? You'll get pieces maybe, but this is to get anything further.
Lore or
meanwhile-
language?
Yeah, sorry, language. Meanwhile, downstairs, the two of you have emerged into like a set of catacombs. There are pieces of what looks similar to that monster you killed, which you're carefully stepping around, but it looks like it absorbed everything into one larger mass. As you look at you sweep the torch around the interior, there's little else inside, except for at the far line there is a mural, and above you, the roof is buckled upwards, and occasionally dust filters down or shrapnel from the broken ceiling. As you look over at the image, you can begin to trace what is sort of a story told in different slats. On the first, there are two large intertwined entities, vaguely similar to yin and yang in how they swallow around as if consuming one another while also regurgitating and giving birth to their own swallowing form. In the next one, you can see a larger sphere surrounds them with buildings that are depicted along the interior of it, looking down towards the two entities. A woman is seen performing a ritual shortly after, and some of the words, which are carved in those same hieroglyphics the Kenyani use for their language, are there, but the bulk have been destroyed as if by fire or amazingly cold ice. In the next panel, you can see the woman, having completed the chant and the ritual, disappears, burned in black flame that swallows her and completely reduces her to cinders. In the next, she reappears, now in that same orb that the two things are swallowing each other in, and she kneels down in supplication as if giving herself to them and allowing their energy or their power to flow into her. This is some sort of ritual or power, and as you look around, you see a cigarette pushed out in the floor nearby, clearly showing that people have been here before. Back upstairs, how did you go, William?
Oh, no good.
Yeah, okay. You're not able to understand what they say, but he seems to be like gesturing you to follow. He wheels around and all you hear is, or all you can gauge, like meeting or ceremony. And he mentions monster again. And then he mentions you. And then he mentions you several times. And then meeting, monster, important, something like that.
He mentions, does he use the pronoun? Does he know my name?
No. He mentions like, he gestures to you and he seems to indicate you.
Okay.
He wheels around and he urges his people to follow. They get a few paces down the road, heading vaguely west, and then he pauses, looking back to see if you are following.
Well, he wants us to follow us, so I guess we should. He seems pretty impressed with us, with me taking down that monster and all.
Then let's follow. Can we follow on foot? We don't need to bring the car.
Well, I think that'd be more respectful, yeah.
All right, then let's go.
Okay. Given we're about to break, and we'll probably leave it here, they are going to lead you a decent distance. You'll quickly realize that if you want to keep the car, you're bringing it with you. They are taking you a decent way away, and you'll probably want to collect your allies as well. From down below, you've seen this ritual, something that was performed or maybe just studied. There's signs that Fontanelli and the others were here, and it looks like maybe you're beginning to understand what they were doing, or at least get an inkling into what it is that they're attempting. You also may have found an unlikely ally, although where they're leading you and what trials you have to face remains to be seen. But regardless, we'll have to pick all of that up next time. So thanks for playing, guys. And thanks for shooting my stupid monster or whatever.
How much damage did we actually take from it in the end?
Like none.
I didn't say. I took the Constitution.
You took one Constitution damage and 2 permanent health loss.
That's pretty rough.
Whoops-a-daisy.
2 permanent health loss isn't.
Yeah, that's
Whoops-a-daisy.
Jose, when you stabbied it, it did like the success 3 and wobbled off. It would have been impaling on 5d6. I'll get you next time, you little bastard.
Amazing.
But
wow,
maybe not this time. Maybe you stabbed it. That was pretty sweet. All right. Well, thank you everyone for.
That would have obliterated you.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage.
All right.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us, and thank you everyone for watching, subscribing, and all of the above. If you do have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe for free. It comes with your account or whatever. You can click a button and it happens. So we'll be back, same time, same place next week. But in the meantime, make sure you check out Mike Mason's stream, The Dead Within, which will be tomorrow. Oh my God, every time. 8 p.m. in the UK, 12 p.m. in America and 5
Early.
in the morning here in Australia. So yeah, grab that. Otherwise, all the videos go up on YouTube over the weekend. And yeah, thank you so much for tuning in, and we hope we'll catch you next week. Cheers. Boosh.